Hey everybody, can you guys hear me? If you can't, let me know in the comment section. I promise I'm gonna look today. Let me see. Yeah, let me make sure my little chat thing is up here, and I got my little comments going. Okay, all right. So I'm glad you guys are joining me. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. You're rocking with me, Lola, and you know this is the Chronicles. And tonight, as you guys can see, well, you might not know, but I am not broadcasting from home. So I cannot basically take you guys all the way to the hole. But trust me, you will be taken there today. I have some smoke for a few people. As you can see by the thumbnail. A lot of smoke tonight because I'm tired of the BS. Okay, and I'm gonna keep it light, as you all know. I don't like no heaviness. And over here, our content is not about a bunch of heavy stuff, but we do talk. We do keep it real here, and we say words straight. But we will have a little bit of fun tonight, and we got some music for y'all. We got some reggaeton for y'all tonight. I swear to God, we're gonna be dancing tonight, okay? Because we're gonna keep it G all the way. But this is gonna be nice because I can't stay, and don't ask me to stay, okay? Because I know how y'all is. If you run up here at the last second, I'm gonna leave you where you stand. I really am, okay? I don't care tonight. All right, so because I know it's gonna get hot, a few people gonna be bothered, and I also got a message from a dear friend of mine, down there in North Carolina, that messaged me today. I told him I was gonna, make him, internet famous a little bit more than what he already is. Now I'm not gonna say no names unless he want to make himself known, but we gonna cook tonight, okay? So glad you guys are back. Let me see here. Let me check these messages again. Hey, Mr. Bass, if you back here, I see you up there with your avatar. That's what's up. I'm glad to be back tonight. Like, I really am. Now, let me say this, right? There's always a story or a backstory to everything, right? Now, tonight I didn't want to do this topic, right? But then, because I wanted to do something else, and I will probably get to that other topic. But tonight, we came across this because me and Mr. Best, we talk offline and we be arguing, okay? Not arguing, arguing. We be arguing back and forth about stuff. And so he brought up a topic, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do that because I got something on my chest real quick. I gotta get off. Hey, Bruiser. What do you say? Y'all go, baby camera. Okay, Bruiser. Well, listen, tonight a few people might want to cam up because it's gonna be a little hot. Like I said, we're gonna play some reggaeton for y'all. We got a show. And don't get me wrong, we are chopping heads tonight, but we're gonna play some music while we're doing it. Okay. So like I said, tonight's show, courtesy of Mr. Best, he inspired this show, and I'm glad he did. So on with it, right? So it's 25 after. Okay. Now, all right. If you guys are not familiar with Abba and Preach, recently there was a video that was aired on Sarah Garvey's channel where there was an elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room consisted of Just Pearl Things Network. Okay. They were in the building. Just Pearly Things Network was in the building. And they had the guy known as Muddy Pearly with the locks. Okay. He was in there. Now, he's made it clear that when you address them, you have to address them like the Jays. You can't just say just Pearly things because they got smoked. Okay. Now, before we get into what was said, I just want to bless y'all. Hey, Mr. Bass. I just want to bless y'all with a little bit of courtesy of Muddy Pearly over there at the Just Pearly Things Network. Okay, so we're gonna play a little song for y'all because, like I said, I'm not gonna be long-winded tonight. I'm gonna go right in and roll that reggaeton.
You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go outside. Cats and dogs, just Pearly things. Bring back slavery, just Pearly things. Bring back slavery, just Pearly things. Bring back slavery, just Pearly things. Women should not vote, just Pearly things. We got smoke for you lot, bro.
When you say that, don't say we, just say you. Don't say we, just say you.
You get me?
Don't. I ain't got
That's
no
what I said.
smoke for no one.
Listen, if you got 1,000 likes, I'll cut you with more smoke for them. Intellectually, though.
Okay, so all right, I just had to get that little reggaeton in there. Okay, now if you guys hadn't noticed what was happening with the reggaeton, okay, shout out to reggaeton, but we want to talk about Muddy Pearly and his statement about bringing back slavery, okay, over reggaeton. Now, I get it. I've created that ensemble for us, but I feel I've kind of disrespected reggaeton playing Muddy Pearly over reggaeton. Okay, now I ain't never really listened to reggaeton until this day, and I feel like they disrespected reggaeton because Muddy Pearly did not deserve to be talking over nobody's reggaeton. Now, if you heard what he said, and let me know if y'all didn't hear what he said, because see, I don't want nobody saying that I am projecting again. Okay, no. If you didn't hear what he said, put a 1 in the chat.
I might say it again. I might say it if you do it.
Do we need to play it again? Did you catch what he said?
Hey, look. I think we need to play it again for the crowd, okay? We got 8 people watching us now. Let's play that shit, all right?
Okay, roll that shit. Hold on, roll that shit. You're gonna get it right when you needed it. Hold on.
Also, one thing too, right? Just to keep that in mind. I know I didn't put this before, right? But you know what? I'm gonna put it now, right? So keep in mind everything that we're doing. This is all in the act of fair use, okay? You will see the fair use disclaimer section under 107 of Copyright Act 1976, okay? Y'all can read the rest, all right? I ain't gonna read all this shit for you, but just know the shit is fair use, all right? There, that's all I had to say on that part. Anyways, let me go back to my moderator. I'm gonna go.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Let's roll the tape again. He about to get it. Hold on, y'all. We want you to see it. And you gotta listen to it. Because tonight I ain't making no apologies after I say what I got to say. Okay. So hold on, M3. I can't. Are you showing it? Hold on.
Shoot, M3. My bad.
You was jamming. To the.
Damn.
You gotta add it to the stream.
Fuck, I'm so selfish. My bad, y'all. I was like, yeah.
He was over there jamming.
Shit, my bad, y'all. Hold on. All right. Hey, fair use again, okay? What's up, Mr. Best? Intellectual SoapBox, salutes to you. All right, let me go ahead and play this.
M3 was good, baby.
Not much, man. My bad, y'all. I got too high.
You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go outside. Cats and dogs, just pearly things. Bring back slavery things. Bring back slavery things. Bring back slavery things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. We got smoke for you lot, bro.
When you say that, don't say we, just say you. Don't say we, just say you.
You get me?
Don't. I ain't got
That's
no
what I said.
smoke for no one.
Listen, if we got 1,000 likes, I'll continue with more smoke for them. Intellectually, though.
Oh, child, that was the funniest parody. Shout out to Alvin Priest. Oh my God, I love that. But anyway, let me get back in. Okay, hold on. Piece of my mind said we got to turn the volume up when we do it. So next time when we play it, turn that shit up. So they can hear that. Okay, so I'm tripping right there, yeah, because I know what I'm about to say. All right, now, okay, so y'all done heard what he said. So ain't no Lola, you projecting, none of that. All right, so let's get into this, right? So the title of the show is basically.
It still may happen to you again. I still might say it.
What's this?
Shout out real quick to Piece of My Mind, Lady Phoenix, and Southern Belle. I don't know if you can hear me. I might be struggle streaming. And Marcus. I see you, Marcus.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no.
I might be struggle streaming a little bit.
How y'all doing? So as y'all can see, the title of the show is Why Are White? Okay, not whites. Why are white people invited to talk about black issues? Okay. Yeah, not white people. Okay, we all know white people. Some of us got a little white in us. Okay, we're talking about white people. Okay, you all know what I mean by white people. All right. Now, tonight I don't want to focus on Pasty Pearly. Okay, because Pasty Pearly got a right to be Pearly. If you catch my drift, she got a right to be Pearly. All right, she ain't doing nothing new. All right, she really isn't. But I do have to touch on Pasty Pearly a little bit. Okay, just to kind of give some perspective. Okay, before I get on Muddy Pearly, because I'm digging Muddy Pearly's ass. Okay, pun intended. Now, Pasty Pearly over here has made public statements that she believes that essentially women should not have access to birth control and they shouldn't vote. Right? That's her major staple, because she says she doesn't believe in rewards without consequences or something to that order, right? Now, she's like the newest leader of the manosphere, or whatever the case may be. And honestly, I can see why. I'm not in disillusion to any of that. I ain't even hating on that. But here's what I want to say about Pasty over there. Here's the thing, right? She said that she believes that women shouldn't have access to birth control. They should be they shouldn't be careless, right? Meanwhile, birth control, when it originally was put on the market, it was originally put on the market to help. Okay, let me repeat. To help married white folk, Pearly. Okay, that's what it was originally for. Now, I assume some white person put it in pill form, okay, and took the patent from the black people in the jungle someplace. I assume that's what happened. But the white people came and made a pill to help marital relations. Okay, that's what birth control was for, Pearly. All right, now, at least here in the United States, I don't know what y'all was doing over there in Britain, or Europe, or wherever you're from, but that's what it was. So when you say, well, we should take birth control away, do you understand with your dumb ass that when you take birth control away, it has an immediate effect on men that's negative? I mean, I know this girl know how to Google, at least, to see that birth control allowed men to be financially free first before it allowed women to be financially free. Before women were out here in the workforce, men were taking advantage of the birth control pill because now they could bust a nut and not have to worry about where the rent gonna come from on that extra bedroom that they gonna need. Like, seriously, this is what, and again, this is how certain folk is, okay, when they get to talking and they think that they making statements because they want to play both ends from the middle. Okay, both ends from the middle here. All right, now here's my thing. I am all with her on the birth control thing, in that you shouldn't abuse birth control, right? Especially abortion, or let's say deletion of a baby. I don't believe that you should abuse that, but I don't believe that birth control is a problem, right? It's not a problem. It's not a reward. Now, I'll be honest with you. There's not enough people on birth control. She wants to talk about, she believes that basically you're rewarding women by allowing them to basically have sex and not get pregnant. But the thing about it is, that's the whole point. We don't need unwanted pregnancies. We don't need children being born in circumstances. Hey, Miss Nebraska, we don't need children being born in circumstances that's not conducive for them. So birth control is the only thing that allows the human population to keep up with what we do need, which is not surplus of unwanted children. But see, Paisy over there, she really exemplifying what her granddaddy and her great granddaddy thought about his woman up in Europe, which is why they were the first slaves. Okay, that's what she doing now. Okay, so and like I said, I don't believe that nobody should abuse anything, but at this point, she's not even making sense in her own white world. Okay, and shout out to Just Pearly Things Network. I'm not talking about all of y'all because y'all got different names. So that's that. Now, she also made a statement about women shouldn't vote. Now, here's the thing. She got a right to believe that. She do. She got a right to believe women shouldn't vote. I'm glad, nobody's, she's not a part of any decision making. But here's the real issue, right? The reason why women couldn't vote was not because they make ill decisions when it comes to voting. That's not why women wasn't allowed to vote throughout history. That's not why. Now, I'll say in some of your more northern countries, okay, they didn't really look favorably on their women in terms of their intellect. All right, that wasn't the case, in other parts of the world as far as like voting. But I'm from the United States, so I'm gonna try to keep it real here. All right, women not voting had a lot to do with the fact that they did not own property. Okay, and women couldn't own property at some point in America, at least. Okay, this is the issue with the black vote or the black male vote. They said, well, black men couldn't own property, therefore that was the justification for them not having voting rights. So it's like, okay, and I can see that if you don't own property, they're like, well, why do you need to vote? Where's your dog in the fight for you? I get that to a degree. But that was the main reason for why certain people, including white women, couldn't vote. Okay. Now, since women have been allowed to vote, right? I mean, are we gonna sit here and say that it's women's fault that politicians are evil? And I'm talking about all the male politicians. Like, it's women's fault. Like, because they all in there because of vote. Are we gonna sit here and say, well, if women wasn't voting, men would just vote better? Like, what's better? Like, Republican vote is better, Pacey? Or is it the Democratic vote that's better, Pacey? Which one? Like, at this point, it doesn't even matter. But at the end of the day, as you can see, it's certain people that can come into certain spaces and make illogical statements, regardless of the on deck problems with it. And she gets heralded as, some sort of red pill apologist or whatever the case may be, right? I don't know. But I found it real strange that somebody could come in with that level of delusion and be some sort of like representative for men. I found that real strange. Okay. Now, here's another thing, right? When it comes to her network or the network, Just Pearly Things Network, I don't know what the purpose of that network is for. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. But what I will say is this. there was an elephant in the room, like I mentioned before, that you know, Muddy Pearly over there, the black guy, you know, with the hairline, he made clear that he let me address the elephant in the room. And you guys can go back and watch that video on Sarah Garvey's channel and the remix on Abed Preach's channel. You can go back and watch that. However, the issue is this: when you have this man who is clearly a black man, okay? Now hold on, M3, put his photo up there because I need this to hit a little different. Hold on, put his photo up there. You know, Muddy Pearly, if you can find it. Just throw it up. Cause I can yeah, just throw it up. Just throw his photo up there somewhere. Where is that? Yeah, just throw his photo up there. That dude right there. This dude right here. Okay. So Muddy Pearly had the nerve to address an elephant in the room. Now, never mind the fact that at the end of it, you're gonna hear, you know, Pasty Pearly say that wasn't the elephant in the room, right? And she just totally threw this dude under the bus, and rightfully so. But the elephant in the room with him is anybody that comes for her comes for him, and he is in full alignment with her. And that full alignment is, yes, bring slavery back, as you heard over our illustrious reggaeton. Okay, that's his position. Bring slavery back. Now, I'm pretty sure that Pasty Pearly didn't say bring slavery back. Okay, although I'm sure she probably thought about it, but she didn't say that. So why? Well, at least she didn't publicly say that. So why in the world would this dude be getting up here on, you know, publicly saying, yes, bring slavery back, while he's representing what was considered a white woman, right? That traditionally could only own black men. She couldn't own no land. She could own a black man before she could own land. But for some reason, he's out here talking like mad SHIT like that. Now, the reason I believe, and you guys can tell me that it's wrong or whatever the case may be, but this is what people are talking about when they say when certain men, especially black men, get in front of white women, right? They put more than capes on, and it's like this pathology just starts spewing from them. And I'm sitting here like, I've heard men that were in whole interracial relationships that wouldn't say no dumb stuff like that. But here's the thing, a lot of them do be doing stuff like that. And this is what people are talking about. It's like, you can't convince me that when you go over on that side of the aisle, okay, that it's all love. Like, it's all like regular love. Like, it's not all regular love, because what we see is some old other stuff when y'all get to opening your mouths for real. This dude really felt like he had to protect his white queen. And protecting his white queen meant telling the world, yes, if it means bringing slavery back, that's what I'm on, because you ain't going to come for Pasty Pearly. You're going to come for all of us. Like he said, you talk about her, you talk about everybody. Now, I didn't know her views was represented on him, because she clearly made it clear by the end of that video, what you just said, I don't feel that way. And she like kind of like went off to the side or whatever. Listen, this is the dumb stuff that I'm talking about, the capes that people be putting on. Now, to be clear, right? Like I said, the question is, why are white people invited to our spaces to talk about issues, right? Why? And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? This whole circumstance with dating and the issue, that right there is a black space. That is, because the MGTOW movement is where white women really should have. Hey, she stole my thunder. How are you? The MGTOW movement is really where white women should be. They should be in the spaces where those MGTOW dudes are. Them white MGTOW dudes, right? That's where they should be. If you want to represent anybody, Pasty, okay, you should be over there in MGTOW. Now, the difference is The MGTOW dudes don't want to hear shit you got to say because you represent everything that's the problem. You represent the Karens, the Miss Daisies. You represent feminism. You represent the problem with married women. Okay, you represent the problem with women that look like they doing right, but then turn around and just flip the script on you. That is something that is notoriously known that her people did. Okay, now Black women have been accused of taking on the traits of people that look like Pasty over there. So I get it, and a lot of times that might be true, but keep in mind they're taking on the traits of her and her folk. It's not the other way around. So why in the world is this still going on? And you really have to ask yourself, why do people feel comfortable doing that? Like I hope somebody get up here and explain why this dude felt comfortable saying that. Like in this climate where people are fighting for reparations, where people are getting hanged in the States, where people are still like it's still racially charged out here. And he's over here talking about, because I've been preached, made a video about this girl talking about her views on women not being able to vote. And they ain't say nothing personal about her, but he has to protect her by any means necessary. And that means throwing his entire race under the bus over what two men said about her views on voting. Not her views on voting, something they have a right to talk about. So at this point in time in the game, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like y'all, like I know I've been preaching, made a video about it, and honestly, they did check him for real as far as like him coming for them. But I don't really think I've been preached went far enough. Because the problem isn't that, well, he put a cape on. No, people putting capes on all the time. This dude literally went full throttle on two Black men to protect a white woman for just talking about her public statements. Meanwhile, the conversation that's going on in the red pill space that Miss Pasty Pearly want to be in is, why should we protect Black women? Meanwhile, these Black men know how to protect them some white women. They know how to, even if it means doing something to their own. Okay, we gotta really understand. We really gotta understand that. We really gotta like figure out what that is, because I'm losing a lot of respect out here. And every time I see muddy Pearly over there, I just like be cringing and stuff. But it's like, I need somebody to really talk about that, or at least explain that, because again, but people will come for people like Cynthia G's head for saying that Black men have a certain pathology when it comes to white women. When you see them talking about white women under any circumstance, this is what it is. It's like, this is what we talking about. This dude literally talked about an elephant in the room that had nothing to do with anything, because he just it was itching him to protect a white woman. Like, really itching. Like, really itching. And, as Cyrus said, that's you, not us. That's you. Okay? Because, I mean, the dude looked stupid. He really looked stupid. And I dare him or anybody else over there at the Just Pearly Things Network to come on here and tell me that I'm wrong. Like, seriously. Like, she let him know he was stupid for saying that. She told him that's not the elephant in the room, period, at all. Like, they talking about her, and she's telling him that ain't it. Yet this dude feel the need to protect a white woman. So my thing is, when Black men invite white women to their spaces, to their panels, right? Can we honestly assume that this is what's really going on? Because like I told Mr. Best in the conversation before, I don't see I don't see many white men being hello Mr. Glue Clothes. I don't see many white men being invited to these spaces to talk about the problems with Black men. I only see white women in these spaces talking about the problems with Black women. And Pasty Pearly did cover that on one of her segments. She really did. She had the audacity to do that. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I really don't care what she talk about, because it don't make me never mind. Like, her opinion, like, has been set in stone by her ancestors. Like, I don't have any F's to give about her tears or her screams, either one. But I really need to understand my man Muddy over there. So I don't want people to go too ham on Pasty. I think you should just kind of like stick to the issue of Muddy. And I mean, we're not going to tarry too long on this, but this is the reason why I made this video topic. Now, before I open up the lines for you guys and take some of your comments and read it, right? I want to read something, right? Now, this is so ironic. A friend of mine, associate of mine, sent me a message on IG, and this person will remain nameless unless this person wants to be named up here, okay? And if you watching, I told you that I was going to do this, okay? Now, this person sent me a message, and I want to read something specific about this message, right? Because we talk about pathologies out this bitch, okay? I want to read something, all right? This person says, let me say it, and I'm reading verbatim, okay? It says, it's honestly insane watching our women constantly challenge us, no matter how effective or right, when solutions and change is our objective, but our women have to be heard, have to have the last word, and try to disprove the men. Meanwhile, other women from other races are empowered by men by following lead and not fighting a fight that doesn't need to be had. Right? And I'm gonna leave it there. So what I took from that little blurb, okay, of that spewing of whatever that was, right? What I took from that is this. And this person is black, okay? They're African American, whatever you want to call that, okay? They're black. This individual, in their mind, has an opinion of white women, okay? Because it's only, to me, and y'all can debate. There's only two races on this planet, okay? You got Chinese people, but you got white Chinese and black Chinese. Anybody been to China know that, okay? It's white people and black people. Our men have a certain opinion of white women that is never going to change. Let me say this. A lot of black men, especially the ones like him, have an opinion of white women that no matter how bad white women are, they retain a good status versus black women. And the reason why I say that is this. He said that other women from other races are empowered by following the lead of their men. I want to know what women is that, because I know white men ain't never told none of y'all that white women are submissive. We can look in history and tell that. I mean, feminism, which is the thing everybody, excluding this dude right here, be complaining about, that is the staple of white women. So it's like, who told you that white women were submissive? White women didn't want to get the last word. Have you been around white women? And that's the thing. I'm wondering if these dudes really have been around white people when they make these statements, because this don't make no sense based on if you've been around white people, if you got white people in your family, you know good and daggone well that white women are not sheepish, okay? And people say they docile, like they follow orders. No, that's not it. That is not it. I swear I ain't never heard of a Spanish man saying that Spanish women are so empowered and they let men lead because they never want to get the last word. A spicy Latina not wanting to get the last word? Really? As much as people talk about African women, native African women on the continent, right? I've never heard an African man say that African women were not difficult, like in terms of their attitude, even though, I mean, the culture over there is pretty strict, like really strict. I've never heard them say that to you people. Never. And as far as Asians are concerned, let me tell you something right now. If Asian women, right, follow the lead of Asian men, right, I don't know why they would be dating out at 3 times the rate of any male group. Like, I really don't know. Last I checked, there's more channels about Asian men not being able to date in their own countries and in the U.S. than a little bit. And I don't think that's because their women are so submissive or follow their lead and all of that other crap. Like, I really don't. Don't get me wrong. I know there's other factors, but I just don't. I never heard an Asian man really make that statement before. So for people to sit here and say, well, all the other races of women are following their men's lead, that is not what you're looking at, okay? them white men have paid the cost to be the boss. They paid the blood price, okay? They enslaved everybody to make sure that they was on top, okay? Now, them Asians kind of did the same thing, just a little bit, but it didn't work out the same, okay? It didn't work out the same, all right? Spanish people, I don't know what they did, okay? Because to be honest with you, their people anciently don't even exist. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of hearing people praise other women, white women, about something that does not exist. I'm tired of it. And like I said, I'm coming for some heads, okay?
Here you go, projecting again.
I see somebody. He said good morning. I see it as, he said good evening. It says I see it as the human race with people of different skin tones and pigments. Okay, not your average guy. Let me tell you something, right? The reason why black people and white people are different is not because we have different pigments, because there's black people that are whiter than white people and white people that's blacker than me. Okay, I was in Aruba and I seen a white woman that would put me and everybody in my family to shame in terms of how dark her skin was. All right, so that's it. Like get off of that. All right, I get it. We want to be, you know, kind of kumbaya right now because what I'm saying don't really sound too nice. I get that, but let's not fly over here. Okay, not over here. It's okay. It's okay. Well, I'm not saying that you're going to help.
Hold on.
You listen. I told you I was cooking tonight. Y'all gonna let me rock?
Hold on. You're projecting again, man. You're projecting again. And this is an example of why people say that you project. You have a man who's a white man who is telling you verbatim.
No. Keep it.
He's telling you what they
keep it real. Keep it real, Mr. President.
He's telling you what they go through.
Hold on. You forget that some of my ancestry is white. So that he not telling me nothing that I don't know. He's not telling me shit that I don't know. Here's the thing. I have been around Arabs in a certain way that would let you know, real talk, that at the end of the day, right, somebody is not going to convince me that Arab women are perfect because I'm around Arab women. I'm around Arab men in spaces, private spaces, and I know what they think about each other. I know what they think about their men. I know what they think.
You're not in their home. They will never
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
They let you in the house. They let you in the house all the time, and you see what they're doing with the kids and all that.
Mr. Best, I have eaten dinner. I have spent years with that community, and I'm telling you now, the idea that people have about them, that they're so perfect and their relationships are so submissive, and all the women do is just listen and listen. That is perfect. Hold on. I just read to you something verbatim that somebody you know that I'm not gonna claim. I'm not gonna say their name, but somebody you know sent me.
I don't care what nobody else said.
I know that.
I don't care what nobody else said.
I know that.
Salute everybody.
Salute everybody. I don't care about somebody else said.
Hey, you know, I like this, Lola.
The only reason why the only reason why I'm talking on it, right, isn't because one or two people have said it. That's not why I'm talking on it. The reason I'm talking about this is because I've seen too many people saying this privately and publicly. And when we got people like Muddy Pearly doing shit like that, I know for damn sure that I'm not crazy when I say, oh, these people really think that the white women better. Some strange, dumb cocker made me reason. They got it in their heads, no matter how screwed up they is, they better.
You're projecting basically.
You can prove that. You can prove it. You can prove that.
No, I can't prove my
if you can prove it,
I'm a black man. I don't think for no white women. I don't care about no white women.
You're a minority. You're a minority.
Okay, ask the other brothers on here. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Best, you're struggle streaming right now.
Can you hear me now?
You was going in and out a little bit.
Cutting in and out.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm also with women of color. So all that you're saying don't make sense. All you're projecting.
Listen, I'm quoting people. Do we need to hear the video again? Do we need to hear the video again?
Yes, put the video again.
Okay, hold on, everybody, hold on. One mic, folks, one mic, right? You know, and you know, and I like this, and I like how Lola's cooking right now. So, you know, like not your average guy says, like, carry on. You're not gonna hurt his feelings. So, since we are on this topic, let's go ahead and get
it ain't about his feelings.
Huh? Hey, whatever it is, right? But look, let me go ahead and play this up real quick because this is a funny video, and I want to get to the coon factors. Okay, so. Let me go ahead and start this up.
Let's get that coon out.
I like that face.
You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go outside. Cats and dogs, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Women should just not bring back slavery, just pearly things. We got smoke.
Oh, I got you.
When you say that.
Things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. We got smoke for you lot, bro.
When you say that, don't say we, just say you. Don't say we, just say you.
You get me?
Don't.
That's what I said. Listen, if we got 1,000 likes, I'll continue with more smoke for them. More smoke for them. Listen, if we got 1,000 likes, I'll continue with more smoke for them.
Wait, he said,
listen, if we got 1,000 likes, I'll continue with more smoke for them.
That nigga said if you get 1,000 likes.
Hey, you know what? That new video doesn't never. It doesn't get old one bit.
It really does. I don't know what the 1,000 likes is, but okay. But here's my point to that, right? Why did, like I said to you, Mr. Best earlier, why does this man feel the freedom and the ease to say that in front of other black men in defending a white woman against somebody who didn't even say anything bad about her? Why does he feel at ease to do that? That's the real question. And I think it got a lot to do with the pathology of people really thinking in their mind, no matter what a white woman says, no matter how dumb it is, no matter how stupid it is, no matter what, he's right. She's just right.
I'm gonna tell you why she's projecting right now. And I said I'm gonna be quiet.
Tell me.
The reason why you're projecting is that's like me saying the city girl and Cardi B and all these women represent all the black women. That's what you're doing right now with this brother. You're saying this brother and his nation represents all black men. It doesn't. And that's BS, Lola, and you know it. And you know it. That's all the women in his thought process. Those women don't represent all the women in America, do they? Do they? Nor does Michelle Obama represent every woman. Nor does Michelle Obama represent every black woman in the world. Okay? We are varied. We don't all live in the hood. We're not all city girls. We're not all city boys. We are multifaceted people that are literally everywhere around the world. And we have different experiences, different perspectives, different thought processes, and different education levels at that. So you're saying that makes no sense. So your argument don't make no sense. You're going to come with an argument that has to make sense on a broad scale. You can't use one person. You have three black men
on a broad scale, right? On a broad scale.
So Cardi B represents.
Okay, so on a broad scale,
does Cardi B represent every black woman?
Okay, so okay, let me get to the broad scale.
Okay.
No, let me get to the broad scale. And M3, tell me if I'm wrong, right? Because he mentioned broad scale, right? Now, on a broad scale, are we going to say that white people are not held in fake illusion esteem by black people? Are we going to say that that's not the truth? On a broad scale, is that the truth or no?
Explain what that means.
What does that mean exactly?
I wait. Okay. So repeat that one more time.
On a broad scale, do black people hold white people in esteem and a fake esteem at that? On a broad scale. So basically, do we uplift white people a lot? Basically, do we give them a lot of praise? That's what you're asking. On a broad scale.
Yes.
Okay. So is it safe to say, right, that there's some black people is it safe to say that there's enough black people for us to say this is a problem, right?
Yes.
Is it? Right. Okay. So when we see, when we understand that our people have a problem with seeing white people as perfect, right? What we do is we look for that in our everyday life. And in our everyday life, what happens? We have niggas like Muddy Pearly over here saying dumb shit like that. He not the only one. He ain't the first one. He ain't even the last one. And that's not even the worst thing that's been said. But that's what we experience in our everyday lives from the people holding white people in such high esteem that white people, no matter what they do, cannot be wrong. Now, again, this man is caping for a white woman that literally said something publicly, right? And Abba and Preach made a comment about it, which they had a right to make. He felt the need to cape for a white woman. Now, have we not seen that in our own men, that they are willing to cape for white people, especially white women, in a way that's kind of weird? Like, I've seen more of that in my real life.
I'm glad you said that. I got 2 videos for you. I'm glad you said that.
No. Please bring slavery back again. No. Them 3, they bring slavery back again.
Wait, hold on. One mic, people. One mic.
The videos I got are A-list people, okay? That's dude who wants to be A-list.
I gotta hear bring slavery back.
I got A-list people holding white people accountable. A-list people, okay? Not D-list, but A-list people.
Why are you making this about white people?
No, because you just mentioned white people. That's what you just said. You just said we don't hold people accountable. And we do. What are you talking about?
No. And Mr. Best, you're breaking up too. I think you need, Mr. Best, you're breaking up. I'm hearing what you're saying, but you're going in and out. What I'm saying to you is this: the problem, a little bit. The problem is right now, men like Muddy Pearly are up at an all-time high. They're at an all-time high.
Where?
Okay, so
what are you talking about?
Okay, so I see where you come from, Lola, right? So basically, what Lola's trying to say, right?
Cynthia G got a whole channel, dedicated to just that right there. Okay,
so basically, what you're trying to say is, because you're not saying all black people, but you're saying
no, not every last one. No.
Okay. No, that's why I understood. Basically, you're saying that you have some black folks, right, that will be willing to cape over white women, but they'll be going against our own people just to defend them, to make it seem like they're not the
why. They will ask the question, why? They will ask the question, why should we protect black women? Why should we get in the way of a black woman when she done started crap with somebody else, right? They'll ask that question, but then do what he just did.
Okay, well, to answer that part, right? This goes back to what I was saying yesterday, right? We keep inviting other people into our personal spaces to talk about our issues, but we don't never challenge the other people. And look, I know this is like, because it's a white topic or whatever, right? Me, I'm universal. I talk about all people, but we'll save them, the other people, for later. The point is, right, we keep allowing people to come to our space to tell us how our people are so wrong because we're always so open arms. But then when it comes to them, when we're going, we can't even go to their space and tell a white person or, whoever else that, your culture is wrong, or the way how you do things, I don't like it the way how you do it. And you need to work on it like that. None of these people will ever invite you to a space like that to talk about these issues. You know what they will disguise it as? American issues. They will make it universal if they was to talk about issues like that. Just so they don't be omitted. Well, no, that way they could personally be omitted. But see, the thing is, people don't understand the power of words, the way how people shift the words. And I love Shaq. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Salute. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Yeah.
But the point,
let's get it.
Yeah, but the point is, right, is that we gotta stop allowing people to come to our space, open arms, because like this one person, which I don't like, but I'll still agree with her though, that we need to keep things in house sometimes.
Right.
But I understand, like, for the sake of the stream, we talk about these issues. But if we're gonna talk about us, let's talk about things that's universal.
Right.
That's it.
Well, I've seen other streams on certain other channels with other ethnic groups, and they only talk about their ethnic group and take comments and people that come up from people that are from their ethnic group. Like I've seen that, and I see it often when I go and Google it, obviously. But I do see that. I don't see people like Asian men, right, bringing up black men to talk about why they're having trouble dating. I've never seen that. And I actually yesterday I researched that. That's when you called me and I was saying I was looking stuff up. That's what I was looking up to see. Well, do they be having black people on their channel for them to cape for? Like they don't ever cape for us in no way, shape, form, or fashion. They could know somebody literally accosted us, assaulted us, and they will never cape for us. But this dude will literally sit there and say, "Bring back slavery" to other black men. And he feels comfortable doing that. And that's what I'm saying. My father always told me, you got to watch the dude that feel comfortable and ask, why does he feel comfortable doing what he doing? It's not so much what he did. It's why he feel comfortable doing that. He feel comfortable doing that because of his opinion of other black men. He don't feel comfortable because he feel like, oh, black women are going to come for him. He could care less about black women. He don't care about black men. And I'm getting tired of people not seeing that and calling that out. Now, here's my real problem with Sarah. Sarah was on the channel and he made it clear, well, don't make it seem like everybody else is trying to come for Abba and preach. And I respect that, right? But Sarah didn't check him for saying that. Sarah did not check him for saying that. The only person that remotely checked him was Pasty. And the only thing she said was, that's not the elephant in the room. Like disagreeing with him somehow. I don't understand their relationship. But this is the fuck shit right here. That's the fuck shit. And nobody gonna sit here and tell me that ain't a prime example of what people are talking about, especially people like Cynthia G when she talk about black male pathology. Like you're not gonna tell me that's not what it is. Like seriously.
It's deeper than that. I want to go in a little quick.
No, look, hold on, Stan. You called out on me the other day. You owe me an apology, okay?
I called you out?
No, you called out on me. Okay, we were supposed to do a show together.
I was sick. No, I was sick.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Yo, empty will tell you. I took an ibuprofen, and I didn't know what day it was. He's like,
the man created a lean, bro.
I'm weak. The only thing I could, if we go to a club, the only thing I could drink is water and apple juice. That's all.
Water.
I can't handle stuff. I just like, I'm sorry. That's why I called tonight. I was like, let me call in real quick, But
oh my
God. No, I apologize. But hey, I just want to everything you say is true. However, it's kind of like that meme where the aliens is like, we waiting for the reality show of Earth season 2022. Because look, black people, we're already out there. And it's before the reality shows. It's before Miss Pearly things. We're talking about Sally Jesse Raphael. We're talking about the Oprah show, Donahue. Maury has spent his whole TV show on You Are Not the Father for decades. Right? So it's like we've already put ourselves out like that to begin with. So we are like the entertainment for the whole world. Like literally for the whole world, we're the entertainment. Our music, our style, our vernacular, everything is entertainment. And that's something that we're going to have to pay the price for a long time. That's number one. Number two, I agree with you. I don't like the movement where black people are right now. Every time somebody black says something that's off the wall, for the sake of making it seem like we're smart or we're down or whatever, we allow them to say stuff and not correct it. And we've done that way too long, and it's not a good thing, because when people are going around saying well, you kill black people all the time, black people kill black people all the time, so why is this thing any different? Well, I don't give you permission to kill me.
Wait, delete, Stan. Delete. Stop saying that K word.
I don't want people to have the excuse of thinking that we approve everything by not saying something. We got to stand up for something. Now, as far as the white man, as far as the brother for the white girl, a lot of times these brothers, if there's a white woman involved, they will sell all of us to Satan real quick. with no permission. Right. They'll throw us underneath the bus for some white woman. All of them. There's a lot of y'all listening. You know who you are. You done it before, and you act black to get the white women. But the white women are hip. They don't want no fake white man. No, they don't want no fake black man. They want the real authentic thing now. But a lot of these brothers, they act like they brothers and whatever. They come in wear the outfits. They come and say the slang, but they'll never come down to the hood. They do all this other stuff. They call us the N-word and we'll allow it. They call us squares and everything else, and we'll allow it. Right. But they're not really black. We're just a little escape thing for them to use and to get somewhere in their little social life. And we gotta stop, playing these games with people. And it's okay to call things out when it happens. You don't need the validations of hundreds of thousands of people. You probably just need one, and it will stick. We will remember. We don't forget. That's one thing about our people. We don't forget. We never forget.
Right.
All right, I'm done.
I don't think anybody disagreeing that. We do allow people, to speak in our space. Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody disagreeing with you on that. But to say that that's really every black man's pathology or our thought process, that's not true. That's not all of us. You know what I'm saying? That may be certain men who do that, who may cape for a white woman, but that's not all black men. Not all black men do that. You know what I mean? So you may have some that do that, or some that would do that, or some that may sell people down the river, or sell our people down the river. But that's not all of us. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of us who are with women of color. There's a lot of us who are, really having children and families with women of color. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of us that's doing that. But is that being projected? Is that being shown? No. What's being shown is a cooning and buffooning on both levels. There's black women cooning and buffooning too. I see a lot of it on YouTube from both sides. You know what I'm saying? And what we got to stop doing is stop cooning and buffooning in these sectors and making it okay for us to say these things and have this rhetoric where, like I said, we all come from different spaces, places, and perspectives. You don't all come from the hood. We don't all come from Beverly Hills. We don't all come from Middle America. We all come from different spaces and places. Some of us come from overseas. You got some brothers from the UK. You got brothers from everywhere. You got brothers in Asia, everywhere. And everybody has a different perspective in what they feel and what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So it's not every single black man. You know what I mean? Should we stop allowing them to come in our space? Yeah, of course we should. Because we can't come in their space. We can't. We're not even allowed. So, yeah.
I don't think we understand why we can't allow them in our space until one of us or a lot of us, because I know what you're saying, and not every single black man, but enough of us is doing it to the point where it's affecting everyone else. So when it's to the point where we can allow other people to come inside our conversation, even not even space, but conversation, to the point we feel the freedom to do what he just did, we know that there's a systemic problem going on. And it's not just somebody has an opinion, a few people have an opinion. No, this is a systemic problem. Now, I'm not saying we started that. I'm not saying it's going to end that. But I am saying right now, this is a problem because people really don't understand when you invite them into our conversation, when you invite them into our spaces, when you allow them to appropriate conversations that are really remotely to us, what you start to get is coons like that. I wish M3 could play my 18th century cooning video, the one I tagged you in. Every time these dudes talk, I wish I could hit that button, but I can't. So right now, I'm just saying we don't really have a grasp on the danger in doing that. And here's the thing. I'm not ragging on white men or white women. I'm not, because I was just on the stream with Kings and Dreams, and I was in full agreement with the white girl. I was, when it came to just American women just in general. And I was telling her, look, the reality is what it is. We was in full agreement, but I was never cognitively removed from the fact that my experience of dating and marriage and men and America is vastly different than hers. Vastly different. I'm not going to sit here and say just because we share nationality, right, that we share the same experience just as Americans, because no, the fact that she's white means she will have a different experience than me. Just like she made clear the way my attitude is, right? Like the way I move and stuff, she called that masculine. And I'm like, where I come from, it's just everyday like culture. Like it's not masculine, it's not anything. It's just my personality. But it's like, if she thought that was something, that right here. This is what I want to press every time these niggas get up here cooning and shit. I want to press that button right there so we can just see. This is how y'all look. This how Muddy Pearly look right here. Press it right here. This is how he look.
But all that is to get the white girl to bed. That's what it really is. Like it's not for anything. They don't mean what they say. I'm gonna say this nicest way as possible. For those of us that went to the quote unquote right schools, that was the white schools, and I hated my parents for sending me there. And when I came back home, my father didn't like my attitude. So every time I mentioned going to like a white school or having white friends, he freak out because he remember how I changed and he didn't like it because it was completely different culture shock for him. And he didn't expect like I'll get turned out and be just like my white friends. But, me and my brother were talking about this. Growing amongst white people and still want to date black women, sometimes it is come across as weird. And for a lot of white women, they consider me to be racist. Me and my brother were racist because we want to date white women, although we grew up with a lot of white people. For me, it was weirder as a social worker or even as a grown person traveling outside of California and going to these little small towns that don't like black people and knowing I have friends that grew up in little towns like this and they grew, and now they back in Oakland and they doing all this stuff and they marry white women. I'm just like, how did you do this? Because all the stuff you've gone through, why would you even do this to yourself again? Nothing against white people. And again, it's like, it is pathology. It's something that's there that's not making sense. Because a lot of times, for me, yes, white women call me racist because I don't want to date white women. No, it's just a choice. I grew up with white people. I have a different mindset. I know it's not going to work. I've tried it already. You got to prove me something different for me to even cross that line. You're going to be okay. I got some brothers for you if you want some. I'm not the last one that you're going to come across. But there's some truth there. Like if you don't, because of how we all grow up, like in a mixed, race area, whatever, people will like expect you to be after them. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested in you. I like black women. You're going to be right. You're fine.
Well, Stan, here's my question to you, right? Even though you grew up with around white people, did you ever feel the need to talk about in-house conversations that black people have in front of them? Did you ever feel comfortable to?
You couldn't. I couldn't even have a black friend amongst them. That's how bad it was. There were other black people in our crew, but it wasn't like we could even like break off, right? And also it was a class issue there because like we're middle class. The people like Vegas, for instance, right? Vegas. I went to middle school in Vegas, and it was my first case of classism. Majority of blacks came from the projects, and they were on the other side of the school, so we never seen them other than lunch, or at the end of school, or the start of school. We don't interact with them. The other black kids that was in my class, we were separated. Teachers didn't want us sitting together. Our friends didn't have us sitting together. We was always interrupted. So, like playmates and everything else, it was just always separated. So I really didn't have a black friend growing up in Vegas. So like all my friends were white. It was like done on design. Like even my Latino friends, they weren't like in my complex, I wouldn't have Latino friends because it was done the way it was in Vegas. Like a lot of the white parents and white students kept me away from other students of color.
But you see what I'm saying. Like, it's like we know as Black people that we still have issues when it comes to whiteness, when it comes to white people and our place in this country or even in the world. We know we have live issues with that. But the thing is, and maybe it's a little bit of projection, right? That I'm saying we're not calling it out enough. And like I said,
Cyrod
didn't call it out. He just made it clear that he wasn't beefing with the other two men. And I'm like, look, this is the problem. If you see a Black man in your face in the same room disrespect a whole group of people like that, talking about, yes, we should bring slavery back, as if he's agreeing with Pasty over there. I don't know if she said that to him, but he said that. Like, dude, what the? You wouldn't even be here talking like that if slavery came back. Like, I don't understand. That's how delusional these people are. And my thing is, it's happening too much.
Yeah, when he said beefing, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to catch it real quick. When he said beefing, that's the part where that people have the lack of immaturity. You got to have maturity to disagree. Like, having or being corrected is not beef. When somebody says, now imagine, I'm not going to get it shut down, but just say it was somebody else in a different culture that, you know, Kanye West got banned from, said that stuff, right? Like, it would be all kind of, and you know what?
Imagine if Kanye would have said, bring back the April calls. Okay.
Yes.
Imagine that. He wouldn't. He would be under the jail by now. He wouldn't even be in jail. He'd be under the jail if he said, "Let's bring back the hollow." You know what? Like, come on now. But see, here's the thing: Muddy Pearly can sit and say, "Yes, let's bring back slavery," but Kanye can't say, "Let's bring back the."
No, but we shouldn't. But that's the thing. It's not. Even when Kanye West said that stuff, slavery was a choice. It should have been like, "Hey, that's not cool." Because here's something. I want everybody to hear this out, especially you Black, like, oh, there's no racism, all the other stuff. That is BS. I give an example of this. In class, at college, university, it was me and a sister. We're the only two Black students in this class of Asians, right? Nothing against Asian people, but I'm going to explain this. White teacher, Asian students, two Black students. Asian girl got up and she said, and I quote, I'm going to not quote, but, you know, paraphrase it. She said that Black people should be slaves again because they're doing nothing. The teacher allowed her to finish that statement. I raised my hand up. He ignored me. And then he was trying to go somewhere else. I stood up. I told him, you will not ignore me. I paid for this college education. I will not listen to this bullshit. As she sit down and say this, and let it sit down in the ears and minds of 40 other people in this room. First of all, Black people who worked for free for 500 or 700 years did not get paid. Unlike your people who had worked for free, not allowed to go back to China, have been dispersed, been used by people in this country 4 times. So did you know about your history? Right. So now you're going to talk about my history. Let me talk about your history and what they done to you. Right. So what you're not going to do is say this stuff and think this is okay. And if you see Black people relaxing, well, guess what? If they relax for 30 years, consider that comp time until you pay us. So if they ain't going to do nothing, consider it comp time. Because you sure enough build everything from us. It's comp time now. So until you pay us.
Tell them this is comp time, bitch.
But you have to do it because a lot of times in this university, we had to fight a lot of times. There was like, we had those classes where you have to go in the auditorium. The white students were upset that the people of color were sitting together. And I was like, no, this is ridiculous. You guys now don't invite us to like study groups. You guys don't invite us to nothing. We made our own groups. Now you feel uneasy. We're all of us paying this education for ourselves. We got to pass this class. Like, what are you upset? Why is this even a discussion or topic? This just shows, the rhetoric that goes on behind closed doors when it comes to us. Nah, I don't care. And are you going and everybody else? Because this is a California thing. I don't know how it is over there where you at. But people who are mixed, first generation, think they brand new. I need you to go read some W. Du Bois. I need you to go read some. Who else who's have like? There's a whole bunch of people, like even Mariah Carey. You need to go read something and like own your spot because it's always there. Like we never kick anybody out. So this ridiculousness that we got here, that you excuse people of saying stuff and you don't correct them because in actuality you want to be them and fit in, is going to cost me my own life and my kids' life because the foolishness that you accepting when you have the chance to sit down and correct people.
Now, Stan, notice, right? Because see, people, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I want people to get up here and really prove that I'm projecting, right? When he said yes, bring back slavery, right? Pasty Pearly did not check him on that. She did, right? She didn't say, whoa. None of that. She did not stop his conversation whatsoever. Now, at the end of the day, right, if she's in alignment with that, right, then the truth is he's in alignment with what she believes and what she thinks is right, right? And so when she invites black people on her panel, right, she don't feel like black people are smart enough to know if she endorses a man that would say bring back slavery, right? That right there kind of invalidates her to have anybody on her panel. But the problem with black people, right? Okay, black people is that black people will allow people like Muddy Pearly to make a statement like that, but then wonder why Kanye is getting ousted. Kanye getting ousted because he had every reason to get ousted talking like that. You understand? And if he go too far with that conversation, he know what can really happen to him. But somehow we don't want to hold people feet to the fire when they talk craziness about our people. And I feel like, and this is the part of the motivation for this stream tonight. Listen, I'm going to hold you accountable for saying that dumb stuff. And every time I see them on a podcast and I'm in the comments section, I'm going to bring that up so everybody else see it. That's exactly what's going to happen. Every time I see people bring Pasty onto their platform thinking that they're getting clout for it, I'm going to say, oh, so you agree with her when she said, or when she endorsed Muddy Pearly over there talking about bring slavery back? It's like, listen,
What's going on, like people vacation in the Dominican Republic? If you are darker skin or African features, they warning that you might get deported to Haiti based on your looks, and you're on vacation Dominican Republic and DR. Like, people have to travel to see what goes on so people can see themselves and find themselves. And I agree with that. But at the same time, you can't lose your core self. I don't like when people say, well, African Americans don't have cultures. That's a lie. You do have a culture. They sell it all the time. They've been selling it for decades. People are still watching what's happening now in third world countries and doing the dance of reruns. I mean, come on. It's not like, the stuff that we produce, peanut butter, that's saving lives, agricultural stuff, the heart, the artificial heart that came from black people,
right?
Traffic, how to run traffic. Like, we're everywhere. So when somebody says something like this,
it's the height of chutzpah, as they say. Now, Stan, hold on. Now, I'm gonna show you this right here. Right now, read that.
Oh, read that. Oh, I was the only white person in my high school, and I would say that I was generally invited to all the summer cookouts. Not sure why. It doesn't happen when the roles are reversed. Truly sad, and that is true. Me and my brother was talking about this. Now, here's something nobody's going to say, but I'm going to say it right now. All of us that went to college with white people and seen our white friends gotten together with other white friends and have started businesses, why weren't we all invited to that?
Mm-hmm. Now,
wait. I want people to sit on that. Why were we not invited when our white friends that we grew up with, our white friends that we had classes with, our white friends that we had degrees with, started businesses and gathered and did study groups with, and gathered other people behind us and built, and we were not invited. Because they had ways of building wealth, and we were not invited. when they went on vacations and went to other excursions and we were not invited?
Because you know why, Stan? And I'm not going to film this. You know why? Because we were not good enough for their peers. Okay? Look, we was
But we're
only
good
good
enough
for...
to
Wait, hold
sex.
on. Wait, hold on.
We were good enough to party.
No. Hold on. We was only good for the moment, okay? See, the thing is, right? Just like, okay, women will stick around because of feelings and emotions. That was the same way how we was treated with other nationalities. We was the token Negro to them, okay? But they knew when it comes to their families, they knew when it comes to their other peers, right? That they would not do business with them if they continue their association with us or try to bring us aboard, okay? Just like if you dated a Middle Eastern woman, okay, and God forbid that she was like she was just pro-black with her, you know, I love blackness type of stuff, and she brought a Negro to her home. Do you know she would be expelled from her family, from her country, from anything? Like her ties, the money, the inheritance, no one is going to lose on that. When it comes to money, money talks. Here's the thing though. They have leverage, but we do not. We don't have generational wealth where our ancestors or our parents or whatever would be like, look, I wish you would date that fucking bitch, right? You know, I will cut everything off from my will for you. You know, that's the only reason why these other generations are willing to submit, because they have generational wealth to dangle at them. Like Asian people, you know, and Polynesians, you know, Samoans, whoever you want to call it. Most of them stick with their own race. You know what I mean? It doesn't even matter how unattractive that someone could be. And I'm not dissing nobody. Keep that in mind, you know. But let me just put it like this. The ones who be like, oh man, I love, you know, these black queens, and damn man, that black woman look good. Y'all will say that. Y'all were procreate. But when it comes to the real original smoke, you would not want any of the smoke with your parents and your grandparents, because they have you on the slave contract. Let's just be honest with that. So anybody that's trying to figure out shit, look, man, that's just what it is.
Now I agree with you, but I agree with you. And people have to keep it real. Our people have to keep it real with when you go out and start inviting people to the barbecue, and you waiting to be invited back. And if you are getting invited, make sure you eat before you get there.
Yes, man. Okay.
Make sure you're starved. You're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be angry. Just make sure you eat something before you go there. Just trust me on this.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
I like white people.
Listen. White people can bake their ass off. Stop talking like that, Stan.
No, I'm on the West Coast. We doing cheese and wine here.
No.
We are not that fancy in San Francisco, California.
No. I rebuke. Hold on for a minute, Lola, right? I rebuke you, Stan, right? You and your McDonald's eating ass, right?
And that's why I eat at McDonald's, because they only give me wine and cheese and crackers.
You see, this is why you are right here right now, Stan. I hope you recover soon from McDonald's.
Thank God for McDonald's for saving my life.
Hold on. First of all, let me say this though, right? First of all, I'm pro-white when it comes to their food. I love white people food, and I love other foods too. But look, I prefer their food a little bit more, right? Because at least they could cook healthier. I'm just saying, you have the organics, you have like things that you go to Whole Foods and all that. Let's not knock them when it comes to their food now, okay?
No, I'm sorry. I'm only speaking for the West Coast white people. Now I do have some white parents. What's up, Ma and Paul Savog? They're from the South. Now, white people from the South, I'll eat the cooking. I love my Southern white people, but I'm talking about the West Coast white people that have been here for 2 decades and a half. They do not.
Hold on. Now you're going way out of line, and that's why look. You haven't met the white people I met, okay? When you go to their houses and you try their fancy delicacies, I don't know, Stan. I don't know. You probably went to the ghetto.
Crackers with garlic.
Crackers with garlic. You don't like crackers with garlic?
No, I don't want none of that stuff. Make me a sandwich. I'm from the South.
I'm gonna digress out here. I gotta do my editing real quick. I'll be back.
Oh my God. Okay.
The real
Okay,
white
wait,
people from the
see-
South and the East Coast that know how to cook and lay it down. The West Coast white people, let's talk about it. What was that little thing they call the crouton, the little thing on the plate?
Yeah, I know.
The
what you're talking
crouton,
about.
what do they call that stuff? Look,
I don't know.
when they invite
I
you
don't-
to the barbecue, make sure you go out and eat. You don't know what you're gonna get. It might be some tofu burgers or something you're not gonna get used to. Just go ahead and eat something before you get there.
Stan. Stan.
Let
The
me-
problem
Let me
is what?
let me say this real quick.
Mhm.
You know, there's always gonna be coons. Okay, that's never gonna end. You're always gonna have people that are coons. You know what I mean? That even happened during civil rights movement. Happened during slavery. You're always gonna have people that's coons. And coons, they don't affect me. You know why? Because I have a mission. I'm focused. You know what I mean? I'm focused on what I need to do, and I'm focused on accomplishing what I have to accomplish. You know, I remember when I moved from one state to another, so I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, there were a lot of people on the East Coast, even family members that told me, don't move there, you'll never make it. You'll never be successful, you're gonna fail. And I proved all of them wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if they couldn't stop me, I'm not gonna let somebody that I don't even know stop me. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. You know, not everybody's gonna be able to basically be a part of the solution. You know what I mean? Some people are just gonna fall to the wayside. That's just life. And in wars, you see that. In wars, you know what I mean? Some people fall to the wayside. That's just life. Some people are casualties of war. That's just life, man. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. And it's never gonna change. Not everybody's gonna be able to come and not everybody's gonna be able to win. Some people gonna lose. And some people gonna get left behind.
Right.
And so for those brothers who wanna coon and buffoon, they gonna get left behind. And for the women that wanna coon and buffoon with them, they gonna get left behind.
Well, okay, hold on. Here's the thing. I'm in total agreement with you, right? But like for instance, with not your average guy here, okay, like he said, he was invited to the cookout. A lot of people like him that are invited to the quote unquote cookout feel that because they got a seat at the table, then now that's that's the green light for them to basically be utterly disrespectful. And when people are in their feelings over what's happening to these basketball players, Kanye West, and whoever the fuck else, okay, the problem that I'm having is this. If we're upset about that, right, then we should have the same energy when people do the same thing to us. We should be just as animate as other people are, because it's just only fair. And I mean, I'm not saying anything to you, not your average guy. I'm not saying you're not a good cook or nothing like that. Okay. That's not what I'm here to say. I know white people can cook some certain things. They got it down. Okay. Now I don't know. You say you from the South. I ain't never tasted no Southern white people cooking, but I believe.
Oh yeah, it's good. Caramelized.
Okay. Stan, you're not about to start heralding their cooking after you shitted on them. Okay, that's not what you're
West Coast. I gave the Pacifics. West Coast people cannot cook, and also the Black West Coast people, y'all can't barbecue. I'm gonna say it right now. Y'all don't know nothing about no marinade.
So you gonna rag on Black people now? That's what you gonna do.
On the West Coast with a 20-minute marinade sauce, please.
The West, okay. So you finna rag on my people for grilling wrong in California.
They ain't your people. Trust me. If you ate it, you'll say you are not my people too. California got more flakes than Kellogg's.
Do you hear this, man?
Well, I mean, a lot of times that could be an experience for certain people. Yeah, you can't feel like
once we hit that Rocky Mountain, California is its own experience. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Not every brother is your brother. Not every sister is your sister. And I'm just saying, for those who don't know nothing about no barbecue, they just come out. I'm going barbecue. I'm like, you know what? I'm going right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not everybody can barbecue. That is a technique.
Listen, I'm not gonna put down people for their barbecuing skills, okay? But I will put people down for their crab cake skills out there, okay? Don't come for me. Y'all can't cook crab cakes, okay? But anyway, how we get on food anyway? Like, this is what I'm saying. Y'all be derailing me. I come up here to talk.
That was Sam. Sam talking about food.
I was invited to the cookout.
Oh yeah, the cookout. Okay, so all I'm gonna say to that is this, right? Because we can't stay on here for too long, okay? Because I see I'm hurting feelings a little bit. All I'm gonna say is this: generally speaking, right, when you invite people to your conversation, they take part in your conversation, and I think we've had this historically before with the whole N-word issue. Okay, and honestly, I understood where they was what non-black people were saying. They were saying that if you're putting out music that's a part of the music, and we're saying it, you can't expect us not to say it, and we don't have the same reaction to it that y'all had. And you have to understand that is the truth of the matter. So, but they're being invited to that. Like, we are calling for them to do that. So it's like, okay, fine. The answer was, at least for some people, they said, well, we can't say it no more. I think they had political movements to stop people from having it in their lyrics and online and all that other stuff. Okay, fine. However, okay, that was the first instance that I seen where they were saying, basically, if you invite me to this cookout, okay, I'm going to eat. And that's exactly what they're doing now. Now, the only difference with, Muddy Pearly and the gang over there is that because he done invited her to the cookout, he feel like, not only will she eat, but he gonna serve her a plate, and anybody else who don't serve her a plate, he gonna dig in their ass about it. And I'm like, listen, that's not what you about to do over here. Now, I'm telling you now, I don't know why that video clip didn't go viral. I don't know why, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm saddened that it didn't, because right now, anything you say about the Jays is going viral. But when you say open stuff like that, that's okay. And this is what saddens me. Okay, like, this is really what saddens me out here in these streets, for real.
Yeah, they talk. There's a thing on Twitter about Twitter, anti-black, anything about blacks, negative things about blacks has gone up to over 200%.
Right, I heard that
Twitter,
too. Right? I heard that too. I heard it.
Also, when you look at, I'll go back to rap, right? And when you go to the concert, it's really weird to being like probably like one of the few black people going to these concerts amongst a whole bunch of white people, because I'm on the West Coast. And then they say the N-word loud, and I know it's for the music. Right. But for me, I'm like, ping my location on Facebook. and I need to get out of here, because just in case any white male get drunk, I do have to go, because I'm always a target for white male. I don't want to hear about nobody else's experience when they drunk. So I don't want to hear about nobody else's experiences. Oh, they're nice, whatever. I know mine. It's been over 2 decades. I'm good. I don't want to party with white male drunks. Because, man, you're a big guy, you play football, blah, blah, and I've been... No. I need to leave, because it's not going to be safe for me. I don't feel safe. I'm getting my ass out of here. I'm good. That's my own personal experience with white people being drunk, or white male being drunk is not good for me. I'm getting out. So that's, for me, I don't feel safe in those places. And it's never been good. Huh?
I said, you don't feel safe.
No. Oh, no. That's a whole different story. But no, even in my job, when they have like, not my current job, but my last job, when they used to have parties, Christmas parties, I think they had to stop it.
Right.
After 40 minutes, I had to get out of there. There was a whole bunch of stuff. I love you, brother. You remind me of my black best friend in elementary school, and he left, and I don't know why. I'm like, nope, I'm out. Ace. I always get the weirdos when they're drunk, and for me, I'm quiet, reserved. I don't like it, so I gotta get out of here. I don't feel safe. I'm getting out.
Listen. I okay. Here's the thing. I'm not saying at all that we shouldn't interact with white people. I definitely can't say that. Okay, I work with white people. Okay, they good to work with. They good to do a lot of stuff with. But let's be honest.
They cut that check. That's what.
Yeah, they cut that check. Right. So,
They cut that check.
But wait,
I love them. They be cutting that check
but
good.
wait, no, you be doing too much if they cutting checks. I ain't messing with you. But what I'm saying is this: I think white people, to a degree, right, and not your average guy. I'm not trying to say anything personally about you, right? So don't take this personal. But white people in their feelings whenever black people talk about candid things like race relations. And right now, and not your average guy, I don't know if you came in on the tail end of the stream or the beginning when we played the video clip of the guy from Just Pearly Things Network made the statement that we should bring back slavery in defense of, Miss Pearly, the white girl, and how that affects his community that is watching this like live, like, and how disrespectful that is relative to if he would have said, let's bring back the Holocaust, talking about the Holocaust. Okay. If he would have said that would have got national attention, but because he's talking about black people, it don't. And so this is what we're talking about when we're talking about microaggressions and macroaggressions, that things like that go unpunished, and it's up to, honestly, his community, which is us, to hold him accountable. Now, I get it. I've been preaching. I don't know if you know who they are. They made that funny parody video about him with the reggaeton music, and I liked it. Like, I got it saved on my phone. But
People like, what's that? Who's calling you?
Listen, no, you know what? I should make that a ringtone. Now that you said that, I'm gonna make that a ringtone. I don't know who I'm gonna put it on, but I'm gonna make that a ringtone. But what I'm saying is, not your average guy. What he say? He says, "How I don't feel safe around drunk white men." Okay, yes, as you see, white men don't feel safe around white men
when they're drunk. Like, it's a different. Yeah, like, are we not going to talk about that one these days? People know that stuff. Like,
we're not going to talk about you being drunk in the club with white men, because my question is, what are you doing in the club drunk with white men?
Who said drunken in the club? Oh, him?
Well, where else is you at?
Who, me?
But you said drunk white men. Where else are you at?
Parties, house parties, college.
Oh, so you at the house?
Yeah, and mind you,
oh my
again,
God.
I grew up in San Francisco, so it's not like a nightclub. Sometimes I will say this as a black person growing up in white spaces: if you do not go to happy hour with your coworkers, you may not have a job when you come back on Monday. Now, you don't do everything with them. You don't do everything. I was taught this. You need to show up. No. You got to show up.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
No, for you, again, this is my livelihood that I had to maneuver around and learn the spaces.
Uh-huh.
I had to maneuver and learn from other black people, like, hey, you got to show up. Now, I've seen how it affected the other brothers who didn't show up. It made them look bad. Mm-hmm. And then some of them were like not promoted, and some of them was easily fired because people felt threatening because they were not seen as being friendly. Because if you don't show up to a couple, like at least something, somebody's going away. Like, we're not going to somebody's house, but the going away would be at Tappa Bar, going away like this. So you had to show some form of like, yeah, you're open and you're friendly. You don't show that. Now, mind you, this is black man politics. Black professional male politics. Because, we had some brothers in there that was the one that you just described. They'll throw me underneath the bus just to sleep with a white coworker. Then she'll find out that he slept with 3 other white coworkers there. And guess who's going to HR? Him. And guess who's getting fired? Him. But guess who paid the repercussion for it? Me.
Listen. I'm trying to tell y'all, but y'all don't want to hear me, which is why I made this stream. And I know people are going to be mad, but like, it's just what it is. And
they can't be mad. They won't be mad at themselves because they know it's true.
Right?
We laughing because it's true. Because, like, look,
right.
Like, this is the other side of Martin that Martin didn't show. Like, Pam and Gina, they work in corporate jobs. We always but it wasn't shown like how we maneuver in these jobs, because it's just facts. You gotta like play politics. You gotta maneuver. You can't have a black friend. Really, you can't show that off.
Right, you can't. Hey OG Patrice, how are you?
What's up, OJ Patrice? What's up? OJ, you gotta let me know when you get my girl Shantae Moore on your show. Now, she
Listen,
got a good show on Sunday.
don't bring Stan up there. I'm telling you now, OG Patrice.
Oh yeah, I'll be listening to Shantae Moore like she's singing to me.
If you bring Shantae Moore on your show, I'm telling you now, leave Stan in the comments.
You know, Shantae Moore got that song like Shantae got a man at home.
I got several of her songs.
No, but I remixed it like Shantae got Stan at home.
Oh my
Shantae
God.
got Stan at home, and she'll never leave him alone. She saves him from his baby mamas. No more drama.
Okay, I see. Okay, I didn't know. I like Shantae Moore. I know.
Oh yes, I
like her.
love Shantae Moore.
I like her. She got a nice voice. She still makes songs too. But never mind. See, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying
No.
to
We're gonna go in. Let's talk about. Hey, I'm with you on it. The buffoonery is there. The buffoonery is rich. The buffoonery been lasting long. And here's something about it, right? The sad part about this, because we need to look in the year 2030.
Mm-hmm.
Because are you by any chance Caribbean descent?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I'm not Caribbean.
But your parents?
No.
Or grandparents?
No, my parents, my grandfather's father is German. He's Caucasian German.
Okay, but no other grandparents is from the islands. Okay. So my only fear with this, like, we don't talk so much about the Latino racism that goes on, and we don't, like, in Black communities. It's like it's talked about, then the brush aside, and as you described, the kumbaya-ness, right?
That's because a lot of us don't live in their community side by side. Don't get me wrong, there's a portion of Black people that live in the Latino community, but we don't really brush up against them real hard to really come across that. Only a certain percentage of us do. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I see it from a distance. But to say that's my everyday life, I have never seen it. Me personally, I've never experienced racism from a Hispanic person. I've never.
Well, I mean by the Hispanics, I don't mean like it's like indirect. Like growing up in Miami, they don't look at you, they don't talk to you. But the thing about it, there are Black people in in Cuba. My grandfather is Cuban, right?
I had a feeling you had some ties to Cuba. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you had some ties.
I know from people call me light skinned, the people
Listen,
Africans call me hybrid.
You said hybrid. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, so this is Larry Legend. This is a good friend of mine. He says, I think we as Black people are in such a bad space that if whites or any other advice for us that willing to listen, apparently they doing something right that we not. I'm gonna be honest with you, they are, and I will agree. And Mr. Larry know how hard it is for me to agree with certain things, and he's correct with that, because at the end of the day, we're inviting them. They're not inviting us, and they will never invite us for a very specific reason. And so,
okay. Could it be that we have a pathology that we just want to be heard all the time or want to relate to people? Because I wonder if that's the case. Because,
well, look at it this way, right? Muddy Pearly over there, right? The only reason why why
are you calling him Muddy Pearly?
Because he's the Black Pearl. He said, don't say nothing about just Pearly things, because that's a network, and he's saying there's more than one person on the network, and the white girl is just one person. So I said, okay, fine. I'm not gonna address just Pearly things. I'm gonna address Pasty Pearly, which is the white girl. I'm gonna address Muddy Pearly, which is his black ass, and whoever else is up there. So that's how I'm gonna address them. So what I'm saying is, stop laughing. What I'm saying is, the thing is, he didn't have to go at Stan dropped off. Okay. But what I'm gonna say is this: he didn't have to go at Alba and Preach the way he went at Alba and Preach. He could have just kept his mouth closed. That's what he could have done. And the fact of the matter is, if he want to go hard in the paint for somebody, right? There's more than enough people that look like him. He should go hard in the paint for. But no, he wants to do it, to basically show people how much of a coon he is. And I'm like, look,
yeah, but when we say coon doesn't mean the same thing it did like in the 70s, right? Mm-hmm. Like it had like an emphasis. There was a cause when we said that word and it meant something, right? Mm-hmm. But saying it now, it's kind of like people brush it like, oh yeah, whatever. And
okay, I'm sorry. Let me turn up the dial. These minstrel show niggas. Okay, how about that? These minstrel. Is that enough, Stan? The minstrel show niggas.
now you making minstrelness or surfing the red wave a negative when it's just a natural product of women's life.
Listen, I'm telling you now, right? If we don't, and I agree with Mr. Larry wholeheartedly, we have to start doing what we know other groups are doing, which is having a line. Like, don't get me wrong, we can come in same spaces and stuff like that and have conversations, but there's a line that you don't cross. I don't feel the need to come into white people's spaces and talk about what started MGTOW and white men and how they. I don't feel a need to tell them what to do like that. I don't feel a need to tell Chinese dude about why they're not really getting girls like that. I know why they're not getting girls like that, but I'm not going to.
I feel the need to tell them. I'm like, look, there's some sisters here. Come on, let's go get them.
Listen, like, stop. Don't say that. Stop. Listen, I'm not coming in. The point is, I'm not coming in their spaces, okay? And because first of all, it's respect. Okay, just straight up respect. 2, it's not for me to come into their spaces as a black woman and tell them anything about being an Asian man and what that experience is like.
But I would say this: they'll welcome it in the sense of, how can I date a black woman? Like, what will I need to do? Because there was a white guy on YouTube who had a space and he talked about for white men dating black women. Now he stopped the show. I guess he probably got married to a black woman and she's like, you're not gonna replace me and this needs to end now, George. But I think sometimes those spaces do need people to come in on a purpose. Like, what's the purpose of you coming in?
No. You know who need to come in with them Asian dudes?
Who?
Them Asian women. That's who. Them Asian women. That's who they need to come in.
For our show next week, I'm gonna send you the stuff. I did some research. 65% of Asian women date outside their race and is primarily white.
Right.
So,
and this is why, and I didn't even know that stat was that high, but this is why I've read my post the message that I received early on in the show, because it's like when people start talking about how great Asian women are, how submissive they are, Asian women ain't submissive. They're not submissive to their men. Look at that, 65%. 65%.
And here's something about submission. And you're a woman, so I want to ask you, like, where does submission been seen as being weak? Because for me, if a woman is submissive to me, I'm scared because I don't know what that looked like, and I want to find out why you're doing it. Because, like, what's going on here? Let me
this right. Well, let me say this: when it comes to submission and the idea of it having this weak approach, that's coming from your European countries, because essentially in Europe there was this idea that women wasn't good for anything but making babies. As the old saying goes, women are for heirs, men are for lovers. Right. That's the old saying in Europe. Okay, that's not me. So they did not value women, and they didn't value the woman's role in the household. And so when they came to America and they started setting up America and bringing other people here in America, teaching them that same culture, essentially they made being a submissive woman a bad thing, because look what they were submitting to. Slave owners that were treating them like slaves. It's like, come on. It's like,
but slavery and partnerships are two different things.
No, keep in mind who I'm talking about. I'm talking about a group of men who enslaved their women first. Their women were second-class citizens first, and that's what submission was to them. They spread that culture everywhere else. That's what I'm saying. So this is why this is why that has a negative connotation. It doesn't have a negative connotation because of other cultures in the world and how they practice like relationships. That's not why that has nothing to do with that. It's because we're here in America, and in America, women are told, for instance, like certain people. You ever heard the phrase barefoot and pregnant?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's that negativity that I'm talking about. When people reference women, they reference women as basically nothing but things to get pregnant and just keep in the house for housework, and they don't even like the housework. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying when I say submission has had. That word is a negative word, and it's not negative because relationships shouldn't be forthcoming and giving and lovely and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that term, first of all, it's a military term. Second of all, it's a term that comes straight out of a culture that literally does see it as negative. Like, for real. Like, slaves submit, not women. Slaves. And women were slaves back then. They were second-class citizens. So I don't get caught up on that submission word, okay? I really don't. Like, I don't get caught up on that. Like, cause it's just too much. My question is, am I making the person that I'm involved with happy? That's it. I find it.
It is y'all barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. You know what? I had to laugh at this part. In the South, I seen a lot of people barefoot in the kitchen. But guess what? You're barefoot because your feet is swollen because you're about to give birth to a baby. And you're in the kitchen because sometimes that's the coolest place in the house. Again, from the South. Because we didn't have AC growing up. I know my sister's going to kill me for putting that out there. But
wait a minute. But Stan, you see what but you see his comment here, right? Hold on, everywhere was the kitchen. But you see this comment here, it says, if I'm not mistaken, it's a biblical thing. Here's the thing, not your average guy. When I was talking about the way women were viewed in Europe, right? And he's saying, well, it's a biblical thing. Here's the thing, right? Before the Bible was written, okay, you people had the same position on women that you have now in Europe, okay? The Hellenistic culture that gave way to that whole circumstance, that was y'all culture before the Bible was written, okay? So don't hit me with that, oh, well, it's in the Bible crap. I know y'all put it in the Bible too. I know that.
In the Bible,
y'all was doing that before the Bible.
He's cutting halfway because in the Bible it says, "Wives, submit to your husband as men submit to Christ." So men also have to submit. Men have to submit to someone as well. So that's the part of the Bible that a lot of men are leaving out. Because if you also submit, but people throw that out. I like guys, like, you can't halfway say that because God also didn't create women to like just sit down and be punching bags either. Like, you have to submit yourself to God. So by telling a woman that you need to submit, like, guess what? God created something where you understand some form of compassion. Just like if somebody submits to you because you submit to somebody else, if your boss is kind, like for instance, like work, right? If I'm doing customer service, but my boss is horrible and she wants me to be nice to the customers, it's gonna reflect how you treat me is how I'm going to treat the customers. So if God is treating you with kindness and righteousness and everything else, you got to do the same thing for your wife. That's not being a simp. So for the men that listen out here,
Stan, you giving them too much credit, because at the end of the day, they are the ones that compiled the Bible, okay? And they compiled the Bible based on their culture. And my thing is this: I'm not ragging on the Bible, but to his point, his culture looked at women negatively before the Bible was even written. So I don't want to hear no crap about, oh, well, it's in the Bible. I don't want to hear that.
Well, I also what's not in the Bible that's on stream service and cable is an episode in the series called Snap. So, fellas, if you want to sit down and play with your life.
Listen, I don't know what Snap is, but when you said that, I'm not watching.
Like, she just like, you know what? This is it.
I'm not watching.
This is the moment.
I'm not watching. I'm not watching. That's it.
No, I learned a lot.
Hold on. It says I was on
non-verbal. I like. Okay. But back to what you're saying.
Wait a minute,
Muddy Pearly thing.
I know he had that I'm an individual. I don't do the group thing either. Well, listen, not your average guy. If you don't have a culture according to you, that's fine. But as far as we out here in the real world, we see that you come from a certain culture and you're afforded certain things because of the culture that you're in and come from. So never mind that. You also say here that you was only explaining how some try to justify women being submissive. I okay, I guess. But here's the thing. I'm fully aware of the history of submission amongst white women in Europe and what that is. And Stan asked me about why it's viewed negatively. Submission was never viewed negatively until certain cultures, i.e., European cultures, were spread throughout the world. So that's the truth. Now, if you somebody who you like truth, you won't sit and feel no kind of way about that. Because I'm not trying to rag on you because you're white. That's not it. Now, not your average guy. I'm not gonna be too long on here, but I want to know: are you the guy that said the reason why you came to this stream is because you have biracial children and you're trying to understand the Black experience? I remember a comment some months ago from somebody similar that said something similar to what you said earlier about your children. Are you that guy? Don't take too long in this comment section. Are you that guy, not your average guy? Is that you? You came on and said something like that before? I just want to be clear before, like I mention anything. I don't want to talk about you if that's not you. Okay. So let me know if he posts anything. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, let me know if he posts anything. But Stan, I'm telling you now, everybody don't need to come to the cookout. And if they keep on acting crazy like this, and we got our own needing medication over there, like Muddy Pearly, listen, we can't have them anymore.
Because that dude's never invited to the cookout. Because that dude, like,
right, you can't invite him. You can't invite him to the cookout when you know.
Yeah, we don't talk about that too much, and nor like when we have people like this that look like us, and they say crazy stuff like this, right? They don't understand that you're giving people the permission to say things to me, and I'm not accepting it, right? Because, you know, I don't think we understand that we are the spokesperson when we go out into the world for our race.
Right.
We don't like it, but guess what? That's the truth.
Right. That's how they see it. Yeah, that's the truth. That's how they see it. Period.
And if I'm like lazy at my job and all the other stuff, I'm the first and only Black person in the job duty, and they see this, they won't hire another Black person. I'm from the South. I've been taught that stuff. No matter where you go, excel, because there's other people behind me that I need to open the door for. No matter how small or big it is, other people are going to be right behind me. And we don't understand that thought process, or maybe we just don't want to because we want to live for ourselves. But there's a consequence. Like, case in point, San Francisco, right? Like, you meet people who will come at you and they're like, well, you know, why don't you come over? I have a TV, a 73-inch TV. First of all, no thank you. I don't know who you are. I've seen TVs before in my life, so I'm not going to come to your house. And, you know, again, I grew up in a different time place. Like, I don't know you. I don't go to strange people's homes. I'm from the South. The South, it was Black people getting kidnapped and killed, Jeffrey Dahmer style, right? Without it being Jeffrey Dahmer. So I have a different mindset than a lot of people. Like, it's just different. I'm not going to tear that down because that's what kept me alive. Deleted. Yes.
Oh,
my bad. My apologize. Yeah. Yeah, I said deleted. So a lot of people got deleted, but I'm not, you know, I'm friendly enough to know if you know, if we spend enough time, then yeah, I'll come over. But if I don't know you, I'm not coming over nowhere. I don't know you like that. You have to build trust. But the people who just like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna throw all the Black people underneath the bus. Yeah, Black people gonna be servants, endangered servants, unless can we say slaves? Black people need to know their place. We should have separate schools and separate buses and like all this, you know, like just to fit in. You're going to set up a system in place that we can't fight.
Listen, okay. Listen, Okay, it says I understand my sister. I don't really get into us and we and them type of thing. And here's the thing, not your average guy. You can do that. You really can. But all I ask of you as a white man is when you see people like Muddy Pearly over here talking crazy, check him. Just like I'm gonna check somebody who want to sit and get in my face who's white and talk down on white people as if that makes them more my friend or something, or that makes me respect them more because they're talking down on their own people. Like, I check people that do that, but I'll be honest with you, white people don't usually come around me or my neighborhood from where I'm from and talk like that. Like,
No.
you ain't
No,
gonna
they
catch that.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. If they see somebody talking like that, just check that shit. That's all I ask. You don't gotta sit and defend black people, but check that. You know, I get it. Like you said, you saying you're not supporting it, but you can't sit here and tell me you're not supporting it. But then when it happened, I don't see you actually saying anything, or I don't see your women, as in Pasty Pearly over there, not saying anything.
You know, now I'm gonna be looking at her like that's Pasty Pearly
Okay, right.
things. Poor Pasty Percy. Try to say that like 3 times fast. Poor Pearly. Poor
No,
Haley
you said it's poor Pasty Pearly things.
Poor Pasty Pearly things. Poor Pasty Pearly.
Poor Pasty Pearly. I'm just saying. But not your average guy. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Okay, but I'm glad you didn't feel like you couldn't come and listen to us talk about the problem with us talking about our problems in front of you and your people. Because we got some serious minstrel show ninjas over here that will lay down their life to protect somebody talking about an opinion, not even doing anything. So we got some niggerish ways about us that we need to get out. And you know what it is. I'm just
you like about
know,
Alfonso?
I have no problem with you and your people, and
no, our people like like Mr. Average Guy. Our people would throw us underneath the bus before your people would do it. Like, I don't know, you seen the Alfonso video,
right? Our people. Yeah, I think so. But hold on, Marquez, you coming into the stream late, okay? You real late. We've been up here for I told y'all I'm not staying up here long. I've been up here 2 hours, okay? You talking about you can't get the link to the stream. You want to come up here at midnight, after midnight, talking about you need the link to the stream? I wish you would. I wish you would, okay? Talking about some proof and narrative. You don't even know what I'm talking about. You come last minute, and this is what I'm saying. Last minute talking about some proof. Proof of what? Me and Stan just shooting the breeze with not your average guy here about barbecuing white people in the South and cooking. What narrative are you talking about? We done moved on.
No.
All I'm
Keep
selling,
and also wine and cheese parties.
Yeah, wine and cheese party. Like, what are you talking about? For real, this is what we talking about right now. Okay, we just shooting the breeze with not your average guy since he had enough courage to come up here as a white man in my face, talking about what he ain't doing. So I was like, okay, I respect it. I respect him being white and talking to me like that. But I had to put it down for him. So all right, we good. We good. But I'm about to put this down for the night because I understand he stood me up yesterday. So I got.
Stan gotta go. Stan gotta go to work. Stan gotta work. Stan came in here like, hey, what's up? But look, hey, I agree with you. I think like moving forward, like what you suggest people need to do moving forward. Like, how do somebody politely, strategically lay it down on a person that's, that says some crazy stuff like this?
What it is all you do is make it hard for them to exist without having to give an account for what they did. For instance, he said that, right? It shouldn't never be a stream where they're not seeing someone reminding him, and their whole network needs to be painted with that statement. Slavery needs to come back. Paint that entire network with that. That's what I'm gonna do. You understand? Because that's what the Jays are doing to Kanye right now. They painting his entire career with those few statements that he made about them. Now, granted, I think it's all fair and with love and war, if you catch my drift. But yeah, that's what they're doing. So okay, fine. That's but M3, we get ready close up because
no, I get you.
But I want to close out. I want to play the reggaeton again.
Yeah, but before you close out, I do have an idea of something, right? Lola, now you could leave, but we could open up the panel for, because we haven't opened up the panel for the guests yet. That's why they haven't came up. I was waiting for that cue. But what we could do, right? If when you leave, I'll just have a discussion with the people in the panel to ask them what they think.
Okay. Well, see, you want to ask them what they think, and then they're gonna be talking crap
well,
about
you wanted
me.
To close out, there's people in the chat that really wanted to come up. But, you didn't give them the cue. All right, but let's go ahead and play the video. All right, let me ask you this: if you have 15 minutes of time, we can make it quick and let people come up.
Okay. Let them up. I'm gonna go on mute. I give y'all 15 minutes to come and talk crap. Go ahead.
Okay, for sure.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, Stan.
All right, bye.
All right. See you, Stan.
McDonald's is alive, brother. McDonald's is alive.
Okay, Stan, get out of here. All right. This run never learns, man. So look, everybody, take advantage of this real quick, okay? I need y'all to come up quick because Lola ain't got no time. She got 15 minutes. So
I got 15 minutes for your smizzle.
So for now, we're gonna play the video, okay? All right, I know you love the video, Lola, so I got you. So hold on, give me a second. All right. Chrome tab. Where is it?
Did he say this Game of Thrones for me?
Hold on, where is? Oh, from Lola, I think I accidentally closed it. Damn, my bad. Hold on for a second. I gotta find that Amber Priest video again.
Listen, I'm gonna make a track out of that. I told Stan I'm gonna make a ringtone. Oh
yeah, definitely for sure. Listen, I mean that was a funny video though, so I ain't gonna lie.
No, it's funny. I was like, I'm still tripping off of it. Like what? Wait, I'm people on my phone gonna ring something with like don't say which.
Crazy. All right, let's go ahead and play this though. So everybody definitely please take advantage of it. What's up, Rush? Good to see you.
What's up, Salute. Hey, yo, what up? What's up, guys?
What's up, Rush? Let me see. Rush, was that you that was having trouble getting in the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad, brother, though, but I'm glad that you're here. Hold on, give me about 1 second, all right? Because I know we're running on Lola's time, so we gotta hurry up and make it quick, right, Lola? Yeah, Lola, damn.
I'm gonna let y'all roast me, but I want y'all to hear this video again because I know y'all came in on the last minute.
Okay, we got you. Let me see. Let me go ahead, open up the transcripts. All right, and let me see. We're gonna go to 6.
Yeah, it was like 6:05, something like that.
All right. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, it's a screenshot. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, Marcus, you got a chance, man. So you better hurry up and jump in before it's too late. Because Lola's ready to go to bed before she ready to cook those sandwiches before she go to bed. So you better hurry up. But let's go ahead and play it.
You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go outside. Cats and dogs, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things.
One more time.
Women should things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. We got smoke for you, lot, bro. Women should not vote, just pearly things. We got smoke for you. Women should not vote, just pearly things. We got smoke for you, lot, bro.
When you say that, don't say we, just say you. Don't say we, just say you. You say that, don't say we, just say you. You say that, don't say we, just say you. Don't say we, just say you. Don't say we, just say you.
Oh,
You get me?
Don't. I ain't gonna
That's what I said.
for no one.
Listen, if you got 1,000 likes, I'll continue more smoke for them.
For no one.
Listen, if you got
Don't.
Yo, that happened. I cannot.
Don't. I ain't gonna
That's what I said.
for no one.
Listen, if you got 1,000 likes, I'll continue more smoke for them. Continue more smoke for them. Intellectually though. Intellectually though.
Ain't
Intellectually
nothing
though.
intellectual
All
about
right.
that mushroom strawberry. For all y'all late folk. For all the late people. That thing got me crying. Okay. Snatch that to
Hey, you make it to a ringtone, Lord. Make sure you send that to me.
I'm
Matter
gonna
of
send it
fact,
to you.
Don't be don't get offended if I make that like your ringtone or whatever, right? Because I gotta put on something, so I don't know, but
yes, we gotta do this. Okay, we having too much fun with Auburn Preach video. That's what it is.
look, I already know. Like, look, I mean, I know Auburn Preach. They don't really go after the the copyright claims or whatever. But just in case whoever made the music decided to do that, look, it was worth it. I'll just feel like that.
It was. It really was. There you go, Marcus. There you go.
There you go. Hey, I want you to get your ice
No
pack,
problem.
get your Vaseline, get the bandages, get the massage, whatever you got to do. Make sure, because I don't want to beat you up too bad on this. All right. You know I got a little love for you, Lola, but you wrong for this. You wrong. You're not built for this, Lola. You built. Listen, there's 4 feet 10 ops any other side of the world you can deal with, but don't go up for against the 6.5 foot pasty Pearly. You gotta be careful. You want to make sure. Shout out to M3. Thank you for having me up on the panel. Shout out to Lola. I know you be doing your thing. No shade to you. This is just coming from an overall like base level of playing devil's advocate and stuff like that, and just to add context.
Wait,
and this is just
Oh my God.
6 feet.
Yeah, just Pearl's like
She
over
really-
6 feet. She
I didn't
tall.
know she was that tall.
Yeah, she makes that shit look tall, like short. You know.
Is she?
Yeah,
Is
she's
she
like
tall?
6'1".
Her knee?
She's like
Was
6'1".
it her feet or something?
I think she's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's up there.
Well, because remember, she went to the UK because she got a scholarship for volleyball and she used to play basketball. So,
Shit,
you
Lord.
know, and you know, but,
Hey,
I'm not here to talk about her looks because her looks don't, do her justice. Because
Well,
but I'm here to just talk about the so-called agenda she's doing, and it's a business thing. It's YouTube. It's red pill. It's regurgitation of stuff that other so-called dating coaches and their guys do. Which, if that's what she wants to do, fine. That's by all means go for it. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. She's blowing up on YouTube. She's probably like one of the most fastest growing people to get to 1 million. I think she's at 750, if not almost
Oh,
800K
I think
subs now.
she's at 709 subs. 709,000 subs.
Yeah,
what is
790,
she
I think, or
saying?
780.
damn.
And what is she?
Oh,
What is she saying?
Well, I'd say I'm gonna give you a little origins. So back in the day, when she was at 5K subs, that's when me, other content creators like Jay Takashi, Grey Pill podcast, maybe Poppy Blanco, a plethora of other people that were starting off small, just hanging out in this YouTube space, especially after the pandemic, after the first year in 2021. She started listening to some of these Fresh and Fit and Rolo Tomasi and some of these interviews with some of these, I guess, quote unquote, Jordan Peterson and stuff like that content. So she had originally been on with the roommates of Feast. What's up? Say it again. She froze. She said, well, you're kind of freezing, Lola. What's up?
I said, is she married?
No, she was. But she was.
She was dating some black.
She was dating the guy from TikTok, the Angry Reacts guy. You know who that is? He's kind of famous now. He's been on commercials and stuff. You know who that is?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she was with him for like a while. She was with him for a couple years. So she was with him for a while. And then I guess it didn't work out, right? I guess the guy became so high value, and she couldn't handle that. I think that's why they broke up. That's my opinion, because a lot of people can't handle what somebody becomes so much in their hypergamy, and they blow up and they become even more famous. But hey, it didn't work out. She's cool with it, whatever. But I remember her coming from a standpoint of being balanced as far as I'm coming into this space, I'm reacting to it, I'm going to give my perspective. And then so on, as she kept watching some of this stuff, this content, she started looking at it from the guy side. And so she took it as like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. Actually, wow, some of these so quote unquote modern women are delusional, which some are, some of them are. So that was her perspective. And some of the things that the guy said, she didn't agree with either. So she was based on that. Like, she was leveled. Like, some things I don't agree with some of these dating coaches, red pills, whatever. Some things I don't agree with these women that are delusional. And then next thing you know, she started buying the Patreon courses for Hafiz from the roommates, which was made Hafiz look kind of hypocritical when that big controversial podcast happened, when they were on Purple Pill, they were on a different channel, when they were both sitting in front of each other. That kind of made Hafiz look bad and hypocritical, because the business mindset and module for what she was running for her base of her platform is one of the Patreon courses that Hafiz taught her when Hafiz was running his more red pill side of the content before he switched up.
Yeah.
And then she bought Rollo Tomasi's, and she bought Kevin Samuel's Patreon. And then she was understanding, hey, I kind of get it. So now she's blowing up, and I think it's more so with the whole Kevin Samuels / maybe Hafiz Patreon type mindset, which is why she blew up even more. She became marketable. She went over international. She didn't just start off in Florida. And I'm gonna say this about her: she's from the beginning. She said it herself. She was raised privileged. She knew she was raised privileged. She was born privileged because she was a woman, and because her parents were wealthy. She was raised in a mansion. She didn't need the money, but she wanted to work for it.
So basically, rhetoric is coming from what she has been told, not what she has actually lived.
Well, I mean, she also said it herself. Some of what she said is true, yes. But the other stuff that she was acknowledging too was around what her friends have said or other girls that she's been around with. So when she hears some of these women in the interviews and in the street, in public, or in these podcasts, is like some of the things that she's heard herself in her social circles or in other girls' circles that don't hang around with her, but she's overheard them speak, or maybe just being girls around them when she brings in the podcast when she started when she was small, when she was like under 100K, when she was sitting down at the table.
Look at it like this, right? Right now she's 26. So at 26 years old, she's referencing everything that didn't happen to her when she was a child almost. And my thing is this: she does not have the years on her to come and give anybody, any expert or any type of opinion on marriage, on relationships, on anything at 26 years old. Seriously. At 26, her brain isn't quite finished growing yet. And she's sitting here talking about, for instance, one statement she made about, well, women aren't coming to men pure anymore. Her culture created the definition of pure. And I'm telling you now, I don't even want to get into, their definition of pure. All right. Like, I don't even want to get into that, because then I'm gonna be bouncing up against people's feelings. So my thing is this: what the hell does she know about pure? What does she know about it? Because Marcus, you can answer this. A lot of those women from her side of the aisle, right, will say that they come as virgins. Meanwhile, they didn't have all the anal sex and all the oral sex they can handle in a lifetime. Okay, but they'll tell you they're virgins. You know that. So no,
I mean, yes, some will, yeah. I get you.
But here's the thing: she will sit here and talk about women in general need to come to men pure. Meanwhile, her culture practices that, but she got her mouth open. She need to close her mouth and go to MGTOW and tell them that shit. My thing is this: I'm not concerned so much with her as much as I'm concerned with Muddy Pearly over there. That's what tonight's stream was about why that nigga feel like he can.
You're talking about that guy. Oh. Yeah. I thought you were talking about in general, like the basis of it overall.
No. Well, to a degree, the basis of it overall. But I can't really get mad at her for stating her opinion, no matter how stupid it is. But at the end of the day, He got on stage defending her because Abba Preach gave their opinion.
Well, she even said it herself that it's like, I wasn't even expecting that come out of your mouth. If you remember the video, she wasn't expecting him to say that.
You see how he defended her. Here's the thing: where's that same energy for his own people?
Oh, you mean the other people that live in the UK with him, like those people?
Just black people in general. Where's that same energy? That's all I'm saying. Where's that energy?
Okay, so you're talking about like how he criticized Abba and then criticized his own people, like as in.
He didn't criticize.
I want to make sure I keep up with you.
He didn't say anything about Abba and Preach. He just sat there and threatened them, and then told them don't open their mouth about just Pearly things because it's a network and it just doesn't represent her. And the thing is, they were specifically talking about her statements that came out of her mouth, so they didn't know it was a network. He come out there talking like he about to sit and get somebody out in the street and do something to him, and then at the very end yell out intellectually, though, as if this dude is anywhere near intellectual. That's why I kept having M3 play the reggaeton so that we could hear him say that dumbass shit. But that's what tonight's stream was about. So I mean, I follow you what you're saying, but see, I'm not. I don't want to get.
Well, here's the thing. When it comes to what that guy was saying, it clearly showed maybe signs of maybe ego kind of got to his head. It kind of thought that maybe because he was trying to make it seem like, hey, you're talking smack about all of us if you talk about Pearly things and stuff, and like Pearly has put people on.
Nobody even know him.
Exactly. I didn't. I mean, I've only seen him like once or twice, but I don't know his name. The only other guy I know there besides Pearly,
his name is Muddy Pearly.
Him and Sarah Garvey, and then the nice old auntie lady, the black lady. She's nice. She's cool. I've talked to her before, on a different platform. And then also another woman that I had an issue with Pearly, that she had on board her friend that basically was trying to attack people and say, "Oh, if you date younger people, it looks like you're a predator. But if you're still an adult, that's still legal. It doesn't matter as long as it's consensual and you're an adult." So I kind of had an issue with one of Pearly's friends, and she's not on the panel that much anymore, like at all. People were calling out for it though. But about that guy, yeah, I just think it was overall like, because even Sarah Garvey was like, "Bro, you got smoke for him. We don't. I'm still cool with them." Because you remember Sarah Garvey was telling that to the guy.
But you see how stupid he looked. You see how stupid he looked defending them, right? And they're telling him basically, you don't represent us, nor are you defending us with what you just did. And see, but you see, he don't see how as a black person he just played himself all the way to the left and then got left out to dry because they're not going to defend him. Now, granted, they didn't sit and check him either, right? But they wasn't defending him. And my thing is, when is these minstrel show niggas gonna learn?
Well, I mean, yeah, listen, this is the thing too, because I heard the same before. There's a difference between internet folks, real folks, and content creators, social media people. There's three different groups.
I don't know what he
and I think he just kind of confused that. And like I said, because people are riding that wave of Pearly things, because with her comes clout, viewership, subscriptions, numbers. Just like if you were to follow Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit and stuff, the numbers will follow you. If you're talking about running a channel in a business, content for the algorithm and your numbers, the algorithm and the engagement will be there. So this could have been a plan. This could have just been a scheme. This is just my opinion. Nobody else is on this panel. Right. It could have just been something where, hey, to keep both channels more relevant. I know Abba and Preach. I've been watching them for like 5-6 years now. But I just think that it's an overall way to keep both channels in the highlight. And I think because Pearly thinks, well, she will hit 1 million subs in probably 2 months. I think she will hit in like 2 months, and she'll be good. And Fresh and Fit will probably hit 1.5K or 1.5 million, maybe 2 million. And then you got Abba and Preach, who's probably going to be in the around 2.5-3 million range. So this is just a business concept of it.
Right, I get it. It's a business concept, but when they did the video back, which is where I snatched that video from the reggaeton song, I snatched it from Abba and Preach's little video.
Oh, you're talking about the shorter video?
Yeah, that's the one I snatched it from.
The one after that, yeah.
That one was funny. I like that one. But the point, see, outside of the little song, right? They were basically saying to him, You sitting up here basically trying to beef with us when we haven't done anything to you or to her, like at all. We haven't said anything disparaging to her, but you want to stick an S on your chest. This is the pathology that I was explaining earlier, that when you really look at it, you be like, yo, these dudes got a real mental issue with seeing white women as the end all be all perfection. And I'm sitting here like nobody can challenge a white woman around here anymore.
I personally don't think it's a white or black thing though. I just think it's an overall.
With money, it is. With money, Pearly.
I think it's more of, like you said, business and money as opposed to, or kissing ass, as opposed to being a white or black thing. I think that's what it is from my perspective, because
do you think it's for clout?
It's clout and money, because that's the thing that, like, remember, clout is a hell of a drug for people that want to be on internet and want to be relevant and stay relevant. It's always, what do they have to make all the time? Triggering thumbnails and controversial takes and stuff that can get you viral clipped and come out on TV shows. We have a content creator that N3 knows. He was just on the Dr. Phil show. Just on the Dr. Phil show, sitting next to Jesse Lee Peterson.
Oh, you saw Anthony.
Well, I wasn't going to say his name, but thank you. But appreciate that. But like I said, remember what I just mentioned right now, though. Anything that can keep you relevant, that can give you clickbait, that's triggering, that can somehow cause a certain hysteria of people to comment, click the link, come through, make content, make streams. And like I said, that unfortunately, even people may not like it, but it's just the way that businesses run nowadays on YouTube and other social media platforms. I don't hate the player. Hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And I'm not going to get away of people making money. However, if it's a false narrative, if it's lying, if there's proof that you're lying, I'm for that too. I'm for calling out the hypocrisy and contradictions of it as well. I am also for that.
I got you. And honestly, I feel well, it's not even that I feel. Nobody really called him out for what he did to the degree that they should have at all. Like, because what he said was worse than what Kanye said.
Hey, guys, real quick, I want to welcome Miss Nebraska in the building. Twitch's finest. How you doing, Miss Nebraska?
Hey, Miss Nebraska.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Let me ask you a question for a minute. Were you able, and then Russ also, like, good to see you as well too, though. I don't know if I had shot you out, but if I did, my bad, I apologize. But let me ask both of you guys this though. You guys got a chance to saw like the video, right? The one that Lola reacted to.
No, I missed it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I caught everything towards the end portion. So now I didn't see the vid.
Is this video viral on social media as well?
You can find it on Abba Preacher's channel. I think they may have took it down from Cyrod Garvey's channel because it was on his show. The Pearly Things Network came on to Cyrod Garvey's channel, and they were doing an interview. But I mean, we were just playing the song that Abba Preach made in retaliation for what had been
Oh, you're
said.
talking about the video? Okay, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
That's
I was. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how at the end when the guy said, "Don't talk about us, bro, please," and then they laughed about it because it's like, wait a minute, you had smoke for 5-6 minutes, but then you say, "But please don't."
Intellectually.
Yeah, right. Intellectually, bruv.
Right, he gonna say that at the very end, but that's what Abba Pre said, that he was basically trying to put it like he was really beefing with them for real, and then all the way at the end he gonna say one time just intellectually though. Like that was just kind of stupid.
But like you said before, like oh no, Mr. Buster, is your connection okay? I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
No, I thought Mr. Best was trying to come up. He was going in and out, but. Anyway,
I can't hear me.
Yeah, no. I was talking about Mr. Never mind. I was talking about Mr. Best, but no. What I was saying was that people like they'll do anything for clout. you know, I said this before, like in the beginning of these live streams. Attention is the new currency. You know, at first, I was just saying that to imply for like women because I mean, you know, they're the gatekeepers of sex, but for our attention, we don't make them work. But now I'm like, I have to like rephrase it because it's not even just solely on women; it's men too. Like these people are really thirsty just to like get some clout because see that little bit of clout can get you some fame and it could get you some money in the bag as well too. So you got people doing some stupid things.
And those guys could be doing it for box too.
And, oh yeah, don't forget about the box though. But I think more so like if you could choose a box over a clout, you would probably choose a clout more than a box.
That's
you know
I agree. But see, and I have to go because I do have to get up. But
no problem.
I agree. It's just
thank you for being in that kitchen.
It's sad. You know what? See, kitchen is closed.
I get you.
Kitchen is closed. But it's just sad to see people doing that, and in this day and time, and you have to question his motivation right now. Like right now is not the time to be saying racially charged things like you should bring back slavery and while you're protecting just Pearly things. Like really, like come on. It's just sad. But I gotta run. It's been fun. I got some people on the text that think I got long stroke, but tonight, like yeah, I know they think I got somebody prove something to me, but I just wanted to be known that look, if y'all can prove that muddy Pearly things over there it isn't a coon of some sort or a minstrel show, nigga, come up and say it, and I'll watch it in the on the restream. But yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Yeah, and I mean as far as like inviting white people. Here's the thing: when you invite them, you got to deal with them, and vice versa. And that's probably why they don't invite us to their shit.
Oh, look!
I'll go after I make the comment. Okay,
Ali. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, speak of the devil. I see what you're doing. Okay, I don't even know why you up.
So what does that mean, Lola? Does that mean like are you trying to extend your time for 5 more minutes?
No, I'm not. No, I will not. I know what y'all doing. You trying to bait me because he
never want to
I'm not gonna be. He just happens to be at the right place at the right time. So the brother.
Lola, I know you're not a fool.
I'm just saying. He probably just want to come up and say hello. I mean, when was the last time that you actually saw him, like, together on the panel? You know what I mean?
No. I spoke with him, and that's why he's sitting here coming in late like this because he already know what it is. And my thing is, like I said,
damn,
you gonna miss me. I'm not doing this extra stuff. No, because that's everybody.
So I get it.
They come in.
Wait a minute, Lola, are you saying that you are open for February 14th? Are you free that date? Because maybe Ali could arrange something for you.
You know what?
No, not even just that. Now it makes sense why you're leaving early, Lola, because you're normally like a night owl, right? A night rider.
No, I have to get up.
You're trying to make them wait. You're trying to make them miss you. I get you, Lola, right?
Listen, y'all will not get me debated tonight because y'all. I'm not cussing nobody out tonight. Okay, I ain't cussing nobody out. Listen.
He still showed you grace.
At least he's still showing you some peace, though. Even though the link is pinned to the chat to talk.
Mr. Best called him and was gonna give him the link. He said that he was working on something and he couldn't come up. So we was like, okay, fine. It's fine. It's all good. But it's like if you come, I've been here over 2 hours. If you come at the last minute, like he just did. Okay, this the problem right here.
Like you never did an 8-hour show. No, but I get you, Lola. Like you know what? We just love you. That's all there is to it. We love you. Look, like you got 12 people watching right now because they love you so much, Lola. But I get it.
Hey, Lola, real quick before you go though, because you keep talking about the I'm not gonna call him what you called him. I'm gonna call him a Just Play Things associate or employee.
Muddy Pearly.
You called him that, not me. But I'm gonna say it like this. Yeah. Do you feel like that towards him just because he's working with her, or just because he's working with white people that you call them?
No. I don't feel that way about him because he's working with her or he works with white people. I work with white people. I work with more white people than he do. Okay, it ain't about that. It's not about that. It's about the fact that he decided to put a cape on for a white woman talking to black people about bringing slavery back just because somebody said they disagreed with what she said about voting.
Oh, that's what this is about, because she said the thing about women shouldn't be allowed to vote.
No. She said that, and I've been preach made a video about just that statement about voting, and he came back on Sarah Garvey's channel and literally had them thinking that they had to go pull a piece out on them or something, and then at the end gonna throw in, I'm talking intellectually, even though they spewed all them threats and stuff. Okay, fine.
Right.
But this is what I'm talking. Like, if you watch the entire video, you'll see what I'm saying. If you watch, I've been preachers' reaction to it because they do.
No, I watched both. The one that they released the same hour.
Okay,
yeah, I watched.
So you see, that's the part that I have the issue with. It's not the fact that he worked with her, because she made it clear that was not what she wasn't like. She didn't tell him to say that, and that's not even what it was. So I'm not ragging on her. Don't get me wrong. I have my opinion about her rhetoric, but what he did was unforgivable. And honestly, like I said, and I'll say it again, it's worse. Imagine if Kanye had said, forget all that. We need to bring back the Holocaust. Imagine he said that. Okay. But this dude can get away with saying, let's bring back chattel slavery, as far as black people are concerned.
Right.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm sorry. Well, let me ask you this question. If you had an opportunity, right, to bring just Pearly things into this panel to have a discussion, will you be open to talk to her? I mean, will you be able to keep that same energy? I know you'll probably be a little bit respectful, but will you have that type of energy for her?
A little bit, but here's the thing, right? I'm not going to talk to her about what he did, because she didn't tell him to do that. And honestly, to a degree, right, she really don't have nothing to do with what he did. She don't. To a degree, she don't. So I can't blame her for that. And I really can't. I'm not blaming her for that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I'm not. And my problem is with him, because he one of my own, and he talking reckless like that, and it's no reason to talk reckless.
Well, to be fair, he's one of Simon's. That's more fair to say then.
He's one of
he's one of the ops over there.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
But I want to talk to him. My thing is, I want to talk to him. That's who I want to talk to. I want his ass up here. That's who I want. I want him.
Okay. Fair enough though. Well, I guess let's get the understanding right, because you want to know, well, why were you ragging on her, like basically calling her, like, muddy, pearly, or whatever, muddy things or something like that?
Okay, see, this is the problem with Ali and his slow ass. He come in at the last minute. That's what's wrong with his slow ass. Okay, he don't understand why. Now let me tell you, Ali, why I differentiate. Because when this dude was on Sarah Garvey's channel, he made it clear, do not bring up the network Just Pearly Things, because it represents several people. So I said, I'm not going to talk about their network. I will talk about individuals. So when I reference the white girl, I reference her as Pasty Pearly. When I reference his dumbass, I reference him as Muddy Pearly. So I'm trying to keep them all in the Pearl section, okay, since they want to be known as the Pearlies, okay. Muddy Pearly over there is defending Pasty Pearly, talking about slavery need to come back for black people. You know what?
That's what the guy said, right? Not Pearly.
Right, the guy is the guy that's giving the smoke. But
the guy said that about no offense to y'all culture of people. He said that about y'all.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So. Okay, maybe you guys haven't cut the beginning right, in the middle, and then almost like to the end. But the overall point is that, like, you have a token Negro, right, that's willing to put himself on the line to try to, intellectually, he says, right, fight another black person,
right,
over someone that's not even in his own culture, and then
okay.
Why do you keep going in? Hold on, let me see. Bess, can you hear us?
I'm still saying.
He keep going in and out. But what I was saying was is that like, okay, you're fighting your own race to try to defend someone else's race, and that person don't even want you to defend them. You know what I mean? That person is putting like, hey, like, look, I don't need you. It was almost like maybe I wouldn't say a race, more like a feminist type of move. Like, hey, man, I don't need you to try to look out for me. Okay, go sit your ass back down, honey. All right, something like that.
Okay, time out. All right. Now that I get it, but I remember watching the video too, because I remember she said she thought when he was going to say something, she wasn't expecting him to talk about Aber and Preach. They were expecting maybe one of them to bring up something else, because I remember in the video, because in the original stream of Aber and Reach back to the actual stream, they were going on conversations about men and women and relationships and what's happening in the world, what happened before to now. And I remember she thought that he was going to bring up a different trending thing, not what Aber and Preach were talking about. That's why they were all kind of surprised by it, because they were like you said, M3, I don't need you to, I didn't think you were going to bring that up, and nor did we want to talk about it that long. We were talking about something else. And that's why she kind of pushed down conversation later.
She literally said that's not the elephant in the room, which is what he
exactly. Thank you. There you go. That part. Thank you.
Right. She said that. That's why I don't have no smoke for her in terms of what happened on the segment. Now, in the beginning of this segment, I did say that she's made some statements that I find problematic in terms of the fact that, okay, because she's white, I think she gets away with saying something so stupid. But that's just my personal opinion about the voting question and about the birth control question. But that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation.
But you weren't even trying to talk about that at all. You were talking about him,
right.
Mainly him.
I'm talking about him because he sat there and did that. And like I told M3 in the beginning, we can talk about what he said, but we also need to understand why he felt comfortable doing that in front of thousands of people. That's the real problem, because he really don't respect black people anytime he would do that. And my thing is, where's this disrespect coming from? Like, where's the disrespect coming from? Is he disrespecting people because he really hate black people that much? And my thing is, why? Okay, you hate black people. Why you gotta act like that? Like, there's certain people I don't like, but you never.
Okay, so now I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe because I hadn't heard him say that. Maybe I forgot, or maybe I kind of spaced out. But I apologize then, because I didn't think he said all of that. I just thought he said what he said as far as to Aber and Preach, not what he said about y'all as a people.
Right. But no, the whole video was him telling Aber and Preach basically, if you call my name again, if you say her name again, what's gonna happen to you? But then in the midst of him saying that, he said, and yeah, I'm saying we should bring slavery back. That's why Aber and Preach clipped that and put it in the reggaeton song, because he said that. Hold on, he about to play it again. Wait a minute, y'all need to.
If I may one last time, look. If y'all don't,
I'm not gonna do this again.
Yeah, if y'all don't get this stuff the last time, man, y'all gonna have to catch the replay, okay? Look.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to catch that. I can't do it again. Go ahead, man.
All right, let me go ahead and put fair use, right?
Fair use,
right? Y'all know the deal. Let's go. Wait a minute, hold on. Miss Nebraska, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You're a little quiet, you know. And
Fair Use Copyright Act 107.
I didn't interrupt the conversation.
No, you good. I just want to make sure you're still here, right? All right. Let's go ahead and play it.
You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go. You get me? We go outside. Cats and dogs, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. Women should not vote.
Jesus Christ! Whoa, they messed up, yo. They messed up.
When you say that, don't say we, just say you. Don't say we. Just say you. You say that. Don't say we. Just say you. Don't say we. Just say you.
You get me?
Don't
fuck it.
things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery, just pearly things. Bring back slavery,
Yo.
just pearly things. Women should not vote,
shit.
just pearly things. We got smoke for you lot. Women should not vote, just pearly things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. Women should not vote,
He
just
okay,
pearly
DJ.
things. Women should not vote, just pearly things. We got smoke for you lot, bro.
When you say that, don't say we.
Y'all
Just say
saw
you.
people got small feet.
Don't say we. Just say you. Don't say we. Just say you.
One more time.
You. Don't say we. Just say you.
You get me?
Don't.
That's what I said. Listen, if you got 1,000 likes, I'll cut you with more smoke for them. Intellectually, though.
Intellectually, though.
Intellectually, though. Yo, why he sound like Simon when he said it? He said,
Hey.
He really
Bruh,
did.
the fact of the matter is, bruh, intellectually, though.
with the vernaculars.
No, but you know, he does. I wonder if I contact her and I can make it possible for him come on the show. Would you guys be open to have him on your show?
Yeah, him.
Oh,
I got him on. Yeah, you.
Well, I just want to make sure I get through with y'all. I don't want to just do it and then not let you guys know or talk to you about it.
No. If you got the game, Marcus, right? If you could pull off some bad white chicks. Well,
I wouldn't call her bad. Don't put
me-
words in my mouth. That ain't no bad white chick, yo.
Let me rephrase that. But yeah, you know what I mean.
But well, also Ali, he asked, was he trolling? No, he wasn't trolling Ali. He was dead ass. He was dead ass. Hold
on, Ali. You have all the time to come up on these other panels. You can't squeeze 5 minutes to come over here.
Right. He go up on Jay Prince's channel all the time, talk shit, but that he gonna come here late and then do that. Yeah, this is what I'm talking
She
about.
said that he has time for Jay Prince, but you don't have time to make time for her, especially on a date night too.
Listen. That's what he did. That's what he did. He get in the comment section and try to light me up, but it's okay. I know where he belong at. He belong right here.
One of those things whenever Ali comes up, or just the name of him. Okay, hey man, say no more. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He got one of them bad ones. Laid up. Rush. That's what he got. Yeah. He can't come on.
Peace out, Rush.
Yeah.
See you.
Well, this was
definitely. It's interesting though, Lola. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I already know that if he get up here, he gonna be in his feelings. Like he gonna be in his feelings for real, because see, I don't have no respect for a dude like that. Like I don't even know his real name. I just know his name is Muddy Pearly. That's all I know. His name is Muddy Pearly.
Damn, you can't even get a real name. You gotta get a
I ain't never calling him his reil name. His name
I
is
still
Muddy
even know the
Pearly.
dude's name. She won't even tell me. She was like, I don't know.
That's so sad. The fact that nobody knows his real name.
I will call. You know, imagine we had an interview with him. So, Muddy Pearly. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna mess me up now. Pasty Pearly.
Well, Alvin Preach ain't know his name either. They didn't know his name either.
So
That's why
Ali
he
is
made
a YouTube streamer.
Who? Ali? Yeah.
Yeah, but she was talking about like Abba and Preach.
The guy that was on Pearly Things to do with the dreads.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm learning everybody because I'm just getting acquainted on YouTube. So
yeah, I mean,
yeah. No, I was saying I call the dude Muddy Pearly because he made the statement that if you come out your mouth talking about just Pearly Things, which is their network, you gonna get basically blasted. So I'm like, okay, fine. I ain't gonna call out just Pearly Things because okay, it's a network. I respect that. It's made up of multiple people. But now that you said that, your ass gonna be Muddy Pearly, okay? And I want to call you something else, but I'm calling you Muddy Pearly out of respect. And I'm calling her Pasty Pearly, so nobody will get confused about what I'm talking about. Because as you can see, people think I'm trying to.
I know what she wants to call him. I know what she wants to call him.
Listen,
she wants to call him a BAN, don't you? That's what I knew it. That's what she wants to call him. What? Why you gotta go through that? Why you gotta call a guy that? The first thing you gotta call him a BAN. Now, you thought of it.
You know why I would call him that? I would call him that because what he did was some BAN shit.
I got you.
It was some BAN shit. You literally tried to pick a beef with other men that had nothing, like that did nothing to you and nothing wrong because of their opinion of something she said. Not even her. Just something she said about some political stuff, and you want to sit there and put a cape on because you think it look cute for you to sit and defend a white girl. That's it. Muddy Pearly, he going down in history every time I see his BAN self.
For the record, if he ever pops up here and I get in contact with them, just know that you're not speaking for all of us. You're speaking for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them coming from my. I'm pulling what that guy did. I'm pulling what that guy said. Sarah Garvey's like, no, don't speak for us, bro. You speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself.
Okay, so let me try to catch up. I might be in IEP class over here. IEP YouTube class. Okay, so Ali has a podcast on YouTube, and he has a pasty Pearly on his podcast.
No, not this one. No.
Ali is okay. So Ilkan Ali, right? This is the guy in the chat, right? Is soon to be Lola's boyfriend one of these days. Once they kind of
a love and hate relationship.
Lola hates that she loves him, and Ali loves to hate on her.
Like that. Well said, Marcus. Right? But we wasn't talking about like Ali. We was just talking about just Pearly things and Muddy Pearly, because I don't know the guy's name, so I have to go by the name that Lola referenced now. And so,
knowledge and relationships is not responsible for this.
Look, just Pearly things. Look, I know you play volleyball. You're 6 feet something or wherever. Like I can't even think of her name right now, right? And no. I was thinking about somebody in the chat. There's another one who's 6 feet tall. Oh my gosh,
guys.
No. She's a person in the YouTube chat. Oh my gosh, she's going so Kim when she watches
Princess K.
Princess K, do not kill me. I mean, sorry, delete me. See, Stan. Now you got me saying the K word. Okay, sorry, delete, because we can't say the KILL on YouTube. Stan is what it stands for. Anyways, what I was just saying was that, like, I know she played volleyball. Volleyball players, they got those hands though. So you slap me in the face, with those big old hands though. Like, I might go night. I might have like a long mark in my face. So I don't want no smoke. All right. But anyways, to try to catch up to par, right? Miss Nebraska, just Pearly things. She's a white content creator. But she's not from this country though. She's from the UK or something, London, something like that.
Pearly things.
Yeah, she's not.
No, Pearly grew up in Florida.
Oh, Florida, but she lives like outside the country now, right?
She moved like a year ago or so to the UK.
Okay,
and that's because they had offered the scholarship and stuff. But then they're like, we can give you a chance to go pro, or you can be a content creator. And she made more money being content creator than being a professional player.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, so the thing is, like, she came into like in the black space, the black manosphere, to learn about things that's going on in the manosphere community. And so once she kind of like took Hafiz's course, Hafiz is from the roommates. He's a all right content creator. He got a lot of subscribers. But nobody don't really watch his channel like that. I'm just being honest. Yeah. So after she absorbed that content
until just now.
Say again?
I said I never heard of him until just now.
Yeah, don't worry, you're not missing out on his content. But the thing is that, like, okay, just Pearly things. After she went to took his course, learned something from him, and he pretty much had an embarrassing interview. Okay, when he came onto our show, she pretty much like, you know, pretty much absorbed all the information that she needed to create her own content. And now with the support of Black people, okay, she's almost like at 1 million subscribers from what I heard. Truth be told, I don't even watch her I don't even think I'm subscribed to her content, just Pearly things.
So she's at 1 million per subscribers because she made the comment, Black people should be in slavery or something.
No, she didn't make the comment. No, she didn't make the comment. No.
No. It was Muddy Pearly, right? See, Lola, you make her get confused with all these names, right? Muddy Pearly is basically like another black. It's a black dude who was defending her because it started over with Albert and Preach making a critique about women's voting rights, and then he got into his feelings and tried to make a beef intellectually, okay, with Albert and Preach, and that's why we was playing like these videos because, you know, that's just what it was. So,
but what did the white girl say that was so offensive?
No, it's not what she said. It was what he said that was offensive. Now, she has had some pretty strange rhetoric on her channel just in general. Like, she panders to red pill, MGTOW type of guys, right? Not even MGTOW, but she panders really hard. And I mean, I can prove that she don't really believe what she's saying. Like, it just don't make any sense for what it is she say she believe, right? But that wasn't even the issue. The issue is she has this dude with her at the studio, and he's caping for her because Abba and Preach made a video about how they disagreed with her opinion on voting rights for women. Now he literally came for their head, which is fine. But again, I don't know why people keep thinking that I'm coming for her, but I'm not coming for her. Like, my opinion about her is my opinion about her, but I'm not coming for her. It's like, my thing is, I want that dude up here so I can sit and ask him, why in the world are you like
Lola wants to smoke?
BAN. I'm just saying, like, why are you a BAN? But hold on, y'all. This comment right here, because y'all got me. I have to go. This comment right here. This is what's funny. It says it's kind of funny that if white people think Black folks don't have a say in our issues, it's called racism. No, that's not what that is. I don't know what world you living in. This must be Earth 23. But no, that's not what it is. Okay, I can't say your name because it's a bunch of letters. Okay, but at the end of the day, Black people don't have no say in y'all issues. First of all, we don't have no say in y'all issues, but y'all damn sure got say in our issues. So don't ever come here on my segment acting like you saying something with that dumbass shit. Okay, keep that stuff over there with y'all. Okay, that's what you do. Let me
read it. He says it's kind of funny that if white people think, we gotta probably have to read it slowly. It's kind of funny that if white people think that Black folks don't have a say in our issues, it's called racism.
That's not what it is. Black people don't want no say in y'all issues. The fact is, we don't have a say in y'all issues, and you shouldn't have a say in ours. That's what it is. But y'all stay in ours. Like, I can prove that on a political level, social level, like cultural level, all the time. So it's like,
I just understood his name. It's Disabled Veteran. I get it now. Okay.
Disabled veteran. Boy,
yeah, because it's, remember, disabled and then DTRN.
He better go take his veteran medication for that right there. Listen, M3 and them will tell you, like, if you want to call me a racist, I will gladly tell you that, yeah, I'm a racist then. That word don't mean nothing to me when you making dumb comments like that.
Do you think in America Black people can even be racist?
This is what I'm saying. It's argumentative if Black people can even be racist based on the legal definition of it. But I don't even care about that. My thing is, don't come to my panel talking about, well, if white folk didn't want y'all in ours, then it's called racism. When we get in your business, then you can start talking about what you don't want. But until then, shut up. Disabled veteran.
Hey man, you know, Lola did warn us that she was gonna be on fire tonight, so
that was a dope sound effect.
Yeah. Fuck Lola, okay. That was well intellectually said.
Look, I got to run, but y'all can get up here. I know
Okay.
as soon as I get off, somebody gonna come up here like Ali and talk shit. It's okay.
Oh yeah, probably come around tonight, man. This bitch, right? Talk about us like that, man. Fuck her, man.
All the white people gonna run up and start talking about me behind my back. But it's okay. It's okay.
Jesus,
Go ahead and
why did you want violence tonight, Lola? It's a Friday. Why did you want violence on a Friday?
Violence? What do you mean violence? I'm here to
you want smoking violence, right?
I'm all smoking violence.
Yeah, because you coming for Ali now. Then you want the Mr. Mud Pearl, aka Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
Listen, he intellectually came for somebody, and I'm intellectually coming for him. That's not violent, okay? Seriously, I don't know where you people get off with.
No, come on, bruv. Let me tell you something, bruv. It's not gonna happen.
Now you
right?
Bro,
you're not coming on here to smut a name. All right,
you're not my mother.
you're not my mother, Lola. You're not my mom.
You're not my mom's.
I'll be your mom.
Now come cook my fish and chips, bro.
Fish and chips? No, you go to the corner store.
Go tea and crumpets, mate. Go tea and crumpets, mate.
To stand at the white cooking crumpets.
You know, for every time Lola said, "Yo, I gotta go," it'd be like 30 minutes.
No, I do gotta go. Listen. I know. I be lying and shit. It's okay, but I do.
Yeah, I missed her. She lied.
Listen, I said I lied, okay? Because I've said 10 minutes. Obviously, it's been more than 10 minutes, so obviously I lied. Stop laughing
Lord,
in the comments. You said you was going
to stay with the laugh too, like. But no,
that's what I'm saying. He'll be laughing, supposed to be in the bed.
But look, Lola, like I admire a woman who is honest. You know, if you're a liar, you're a liar. Okay, but at least you're not gonna lie over another lie to defend yourself. By the way, I gotta send you. Okay, nobody probably would know this, but Lola, I gotta send you a video. Okay.
Of what?
I wanted to send this video to you before we went air, but I know like the time was like getting limited. But you gotta check this video out, because if you look at the video and you see a particular person, you'll know why I send that to you. Okay. But if you don't, then I'll explain it to you tomorrow, whenever you have the time. But yeah. Y'all know I'm disobedient. Yeah, because you stuff your ass up with McDonald's too much, man. That stuff rots the brain and all that, Stan. You know?
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are making me feel a little better. I had Chick-fil-A the other day. No, damn.
You said Chick-fil-A?
I do not believe
it. I had Chick-fil-A the other day.
No, Chick-fil-A is good for you, bro. You're good.
White, is it because it's white meat? I know, because I don't want to piss off Lola, because, it's white meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just white meat. And white meat is good for you.
Why is she thinking this about a race issue? This is not about race issue.
Because I want to make sure that dark meat gets bought too. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you can have your white breast. Okay?
I like dark breast.
You can have white breast. That's fine.
I like, but what happened to dark breast? Dark breasts are nice too, though.
Nah.
I don't know if you ever had any dark breast, but I know that white breast is. Feel like it, okay?
Man.
Wait, Miss Nebraska, I know you was gonna say something.
Oh, I was gonna say Chick-fil-A sucks.
Whatever, man. Listen. Are you one of those? Are you a Popeye? Are you a Popeye chicken? A Popeye chicken or a Jollibee? Are you into that?
Popeye's chicken is disgusting.
What about Jollibee?
Okay. I never heard of that before.
What about Raising Cane's? Raising Cane's.
Disgusting.
Hold on. We talked about fast food last stream. Look, but I get that.
But wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just say that as always, I enjoy the conversation. And I do have to leave. And yes, I'm at the 3-hour mark right now. So
I've been trying to leave already, Lola. So you could just get out.
Oh, you know what? Okay. See, all right. That's fine.
I've been trying. Slowly molded this bitch out.
Wait a minute. The next time y'all see me is probably going to be Sunday or next week on the Black Files. So if y'all want to check that out, y'all can definitely check that out. Make sure y'all press like on the video because some of y'all don't be pressing like or dislike, whatever you feel, and leave a comment. But trust me, if you come for my head, I'm coming for yours in the comment section. Okay, so don't get it twisted. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Wow, Lola.
You know, at this point, we could actually close out on this one because it is getting late. So, you know, we'll do that proper close. And I kind of reconstructed the outro just a little bit so I can give credit where credit is due. Marcus, one day you're gonna get your credit too. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationship, the Chronicles of Lola. So stick around for the Black Files and also OG Patrice show will be held Sunday, 2:00 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm gonna make sure I close out this music.
M3, you're not my father. Lola, you're not my mother.
Hey, shut up, son. Shut up, son. Okay, you're not my son either, though. All right, you adopted bastard.
Fill up your britches.
Yes, thank you. Taking it easy though. Everybody, please comment after the show. Look, y'all here? Comment after the show. Get the likes up or whatever, but make sure y'all comment. I want to see 20 comments in there so we could boost the algorithm up. All right, do that. Okay, Stan, do that. Miss Nebraska, do that. Everybody that's still in the chat watching, please do that. All right. Anyways, thank you so much. I am looking for the outro. Found it, and we are out. Peace.
Bye.
Knowledge and relationships.